Hello, everyone. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one-shots, we do mini-series, we do long-running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. Today, we are playing maybe the penultimate episode of Nova, depending on how it goes. No pressure. We've been talking a little behind the scenes, and today is going to be a little iffy. Things are gonna happen, and in a game that promises that your characters can't die, we're going to put that to the test. But before we do have just a few announcements to go through. The first being we have two sponsors for tonight's stream. That is Hero Forge and Epidemic Sound. Hero Forge is what we use to make most of our very cool tokens, which you'll usually see. For this stream, this art is directly from the Nova TTRPG. But usually you'll see it for our like Pathfinder streams and stuff. But mostly it's where you can go to make really cool miniature models and get them sent straight to your door. One of the moderators will probably throw our sponsor link there in chat. There we go. Our other sponsor is Epidemic Sound. It's what we use for all of our royalty-free sounds and sound effects, like what you're hearing right now. Use, once again, our code to get 30 days access free to the entirety of the Epidemic Sound site, and using either of our links goes to support us. And we heckin' love you for it. I'm just gonna post them because I think the mods are asleep. It's fine. They're just fired. Hero Forge. There's Epidemic Sound.
Daylight savings time. It
Yep.
messes everybody
I
up.
was gonna say.
Other than that, you can always come and roll some dice with us. We do casting calls each and every month with one-shots and mini-series. You can go to our Discord, link is down below. That's where we post things like our casting calls, our schedules, and just generally hang out and be giant nerds. We're also starting 2 brand new campaigns next month. That is Avatar Legends and Fabula Ultima. Of course, Fabula Ultima is a TTJ RPG based on games like Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem, Shining Force. It's a super cool game. I'm very, very excited. Both of those casts are amazing. But that's enough out of me. I'm going to pass it on over to the lovely casting crew in front of us so they can tell you who they are and who they're playing today. We'll go clockwise starting from me, which means that our first guest is Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. You can find me on Twitter at uptight_chiffon. And today I am playing Nikki Sunshine, who pilots a Voyager Spark. Ended last session a little bit angsty, a little bit sad, some tension about the group dynamics, but with like 16 battery capybaras, which I'm really excited about. So hopefully those will be able to be deployed in today's session. But yeah, that's who I am. That's who I'm playing.
Batty Barras?
Yes. Oh my god. I have 16 batty bar. Well, I don't know if I have 16 or if there's like 20 of them and then 4 went out to the group or what it is, but
I'm considering that you just have an infinite amount because it takes them about a day to reproduce.
Oh,
My That's not a pet, that's an infestation.
they're all
just
over.
play the
It's
capybara
fine.
song
It's
on
fine.
repeat.
Okay,
God,
I
just
feel
like-
yeah. Anyways, JD.
Hi, I'm JD. You can find me on socials at JD Not Jason Dean. I'm usually with Live from the Apocalypse as well as Tales from the Table Studios. And today I am playing Corbin Calloway, callsign Reaper, who uses the Grim Spark and has started a death cult, effectively, going into this siege. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Over to JT. Somehow we keep putting the
Hello.
two of you in games together.
It just works, I feel. Hi, I'm JT. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me on Twitter at WeebJeet if you want. I mostly play here, but I will be branching out very soon. Tonight, I'm playing Caldwell Bashar, call sign Stone, who drives the Pox Spark suit, although whether or not he's the one piloting anymore is up for debate, as their formula is sentient now.
Yeah, got a real Venom situation going on.
Real Venom. Just call me Eddie Brock.
Over to Turk.
Hey everybody, I am Turk or Turk Accented in the space you call a mind. Only you can hear me. I am of course playing Joseph Volodymyr, otherwise call sign Strigori. Both of us use he/him pronouns. And yeah, I'm a vampire. Probably not actually, but you know.
No, you are.
It was
Yeah,
confirmed.
I use the sanguine. I'm not a vampire.
It's
He
actually
said
an
You're a
acronym.
vampire.
He said it!
Said
I'm
it.
a vampire
and-
just
You
piloting the
said it.
sanguine suit, which
Everybody
deals
heard
with a
it.
lot of blood.
The virtualized actuator machine.
You work
program.
on that, and then I'll lie and say that's what I meant. Yeah.
And then over to Blair.
Hi, I'm Blair _Canadian Moose all over the place. You can find me most of the time at High Shelf Collective, where I do stuff. Actually playing a game right after this, so join us over there. I am playing Cassidy King, call sign Dolly. She is the Drifter Spark class. I have guns and I shoot things, and I have an accent, so. I
Finding
have a
features.
three-eyed cat named Tudafish. Let's go.
And of course, I'm Andrew, your Games Master for today and for most days around here. Although you are going to see a bunch of friendly faces behind the GM seat in the coming weeks, because we got a bunch of great people that want to tell a bunch of great stories, and we're here to support it. Whew. All right. I think we are ready to dive into a little bit of recap. Last session, you all were informed that the survivors that you had woken up, pre-sun explosion individuals that were put into cryosleep, they weren't the only ones. There were facilities all across the dusk that have been reactivating and people have been waking up. With no one there to guide them or help them, many of them immediately were swallowed up by the dusk creatures within. Those that didn't were left to wander, try to find help somewhere. A lot of them were taken in by the Lunar Cult or the Hellions, two factions that can reside out in the dusk. They don't mind existing in darkness. But still, you went out to try to recover as many as you could, finding yourself face to face with both factions. Both showing you a different side, showing you that neither of them wants pure destruction. They want to live. They want power. They want control, as much as factions like yours has that can stake out entire regions and call it your own, while factions like theirs, like the Hellions or the Lunar Cult, get chased off at every opportunity, never allowed to settle into it. You found your survivors, and you were confronted by the literal ghosts of your past. As a resurrected machine spirit took hold of a giant mech and used it to try to crush you, try to destroy you. Were able to climb inside, shut it down, rip out its power, and leave it as nothing but a husk. On the way back, or possibly in the time after, I don't remember exactly when, but some of you at least stopped back by where you'd met the Lunar Cult, found that they'd left a message for you. If you do want to find them, seek their path. Other than that, they'd simply packed up and left. Turned home to cheers and to celebration and to a machine speaker to warn you that this is not the end. That something is coming. Something angry and destructive. Prepare. So that's where we're going to pick up. We have about 2 months of downtime between then and now. Would anybody like to go first, or if it's easier, we can simply go in the same order we did introduction. All right. Well, Sunshine, what was your downtime spent doing?
So Sunshine did a couple of just like low-key missions. Previously they had gone and talked to a neighboring city as sort of like a, hey, this is what we have, this is what you have, is there any trade? Revisited that Sunwell and was like, hey, actually, some shit's about to go down. And so I would like to facilitate a conversation with them and our Sunwell to see if there are any exchange of particularly like weapon resources and or people willing to wield them, um, if they are trying to like stay out of the fight. I don't know if we got a sense of like, is this going to be coming on all fronts at all Sunwells, or are we specifically being targeted?
Well, when you get about within a mile of the closest other sunwell, you know that you can usually start to see the glow. Sunwells are very easy to spot. They're massive shards of an exploded sun. There's nothing there.
Oh shit. I like to think that's actually not true. I was going to be like, Nikki wouldn't go alone. Sunshine absolutely went alone. So I am out in the dark. Do I sense any kind of danger? Like, I would want to. I'm gonna go dig around. I'm gonna see what I can find.
How would you like to make the very first roll of the game?
I mean, I guess if you're gonna require me to, who?
Let's go with a shade. Assuming,
Damn
of
it.
course, that you are trying to go incognito, you're not trying to make too much disturbance.
Yeah, I think so.
For anyone that hasn't played Nova, everyone has 3 stats. Sun, which is like your destruction, your emotion, your outbursts, your shows of strength. Moon, which is more dexterity, more nimbleness, more reactionary. And Shade, which is methodical, which is patience, which is stealth.
And I rolled a 6.
Cool. Creep your way towards the walls. See that they have been breached in multiple places. Chunks of it gone. Buildings are mostly intact. Some have been reduced to rubble. There's no bodies. There's no beasts. There's nothing. There's.
Are there any like?
Oh, go ahead.
Are there any like weapons or resources that I could strap to Asparagus' back? Which, for the viewers, Asparagus is my 40-foot giant lizard hellion thing. Um, is there anything that I could like strap, even like resources like food, anything like that?
Yeah, if you want to spend some time here, absolutely.
Okay. I'll probably spend. I'm out there by myself, but I think I'd probably spend like up to like. Actually, how far is this? Is this like a day's travel to this?
It's about a week.
Okay. Um, Dang it. Okay, so I'd probably spend like a day or two in the city itself, kind of sifting through, deciding what's most valuable, and then strap it onto Asparagus and bring it back. And if there are any books, I would like to grab them.
Let's make some loot rolls. You said you're spending about a day?
I got there, I'll spend that day, and then I'll leave the next day. So yeah, one full day.
Okay.
2. I'll spend 2 days. I'm so scared.
Then I will make 8 loot rolls.
Okay.
Okay. There's 4 successes. So, I mean, if for one of those successes, I could say that you have enough food to basically load up onto the back of Turnip. Which,
Asparagus, wrong lizard, Hoop. Wrong lizard, wrong produce.
how dare I? You'd have basically just packed full. Enough to keep probably a couple dozen people going for a few days. Or feed the city for about a day.
Any books?
Yeah, anything in particular.
I mean, I can't read. So something that looks um something that looks like most complete, I guess, like if it wasn't, burnt to a crisp or missing pages, like if there's like 1 or 2 books that seem to be still these could be like fucking, I don't know, McGraw-Hill textbooks. If you're from the South, that's who produces our textbooks. So could be those, could be like a first edition copy of Dante's Inferno. I have no idea, but a book or 2 if I can find them.
We'll dive into what exactly that is when you get back.
Okay. Then yeah, I would load up.
There's 2 of your successes out. Still 2 left.
Oh, I'm assuming that I don't get a sense for any like power sources. I would guess that those would be gone.
Anything like that is drained.
Okay. Any weapons?
Yeah, absolutely. We can spend 1 on weapons.
Okay. Food, books, weapons, and I guess any shit, I don't know. There's no bodies even of the dead of whatever killed or like whatever came and attacked.
Nothing.
Damn it, Hoop. I don't know. I want something shiny. I just want something pretty. Sunshine is that kind of person. I don't know. I would because I can't read, but I am pretty mechanically savvy. I would look for something that could possibly be modified into a tech upgrade, specifically for the sparks, specifically thinking of my team and what sparks they have.
I have a random sci-fi loot generator here.
Oh, badass. If there's like a shield mod or something that could be transitioned into a shield, perhaps for myself or Reaper. I know some of us are pretty willing to die and some of us are long range fighters. And then there's the rest of us who are not trying to actively die in combat, so.
Ooh, that might be helpful. This is a cybernetic. It's meant to be implanted into your ocular nerves and will basically give you dusk sight.
Ooh, okay.
Which,
Beautiful.
for normal people, dark vision.
Perfect. Then yeah, I will take all my things and I will climb up onto Asparagus's back. And I will just kind of keep an eye out as best I can to not die on my way back with these resources.
On your way out, are going to hear a voice. It's not talking to you, it seems to be talking to itself. A lot of it is just incoherent ramblings, but the parts you can hear all dry. A shame. Shame, shame. Perhaps the next one will more sufficient. Yes. No, I understand. More, always more. Move the sun. Force. And there's just something out there that is just landing on the tops of buildings and just causing, like, the entire top half to just crumble in before it takes off, lands on another one.
Does it sound like it's jumping or flying? Can I tell?
Either leaping very far or some kind of glide.
Okay. And does it sound like, I can't find his name in our chat, but did the voice for whatever reason sound like our little slimy friend that Cobble created? Okay. Um, okay, I am going to kind of just note that and keep my head down and keep on and hope that thing doesn't follow me.
Alright. Take you another week or so to get back.
I will get back and divvy up resources to whoever. I'm assuming that there's somebody in the city who's kind of coordinating,
That would
making
be
sure where resources are.
your machine speaker.
Okay, cool. Oh, God.
Who would at the very
I
least
will-
kind of like pass it out to various teams that would do the job.
Okay, very begrudgingly, I would share the resources with the machine speaker. I would like to go and find Cass at the karaoke bar. I don't know what time of day this is, Cass. What time? I guess it doesn't matter. But is it is it a
Probably
drinking
not,
time
yeah.
or is it a
Yeah.
singing time? Those are the two questions.
Day and night
Those
doesn't
are
really
two different
matter if there's no sun.
Also, I feel like those go hand in hand. Drinking time is singing time. Singing time is drinking time. Maybe like what we would feel as like an evening, maybe.
Okay, so probably some people like milling about and seems to be pretty lively. So I'm going to go in and I have the books kind of tucked away with me. And I'm going to kind of like squeeze my way through. And Sunshine is not afraid to draw attention, and that usually results in fights. And so, Cass, if you clock Nikki as they're coming in, this is like much more meek, much more reserved than they usually are. Not like seeing down, but like it's kind of weird seeing them not wanting to be seen. But I would go up to Cass. I'm guessing that you're probably somewhere near the bar, but maybe you're singing karaoke, in which case I would wait for you to finish your song and then I would flag you down.
Mm.
And just hey Cass, can I talk to you about something really quick?
Well, hi, Nikki. Yeah, what you need?
Is there like somewhere quiet that we could go to just like it's a quick thing. It's nothing bad, just a quick thing.
I got you. I know just the place. Funny that you bring this up because I was already thinking about this in my head. In the back of Rock and Radiation, there's I picture that there's like what is that? And I'm thinking there's a show and I don't know what it is where it's like somebody has a thing where even though like they're there, they're always in like your peripherals. Like they have some. Does anybody know what show I'm talking? Anyway, there's like a door thing that the general populace doesn't really see, but it's there. And there's like a dude like posted up, and I think Cass just like walks back, high fives the dude, and walks in, and it'll go down like a long hallway, and then there's basically like a back speakeasy to the speakeasy, you know, like just this is like there's maybe like low music playing, but everybody, if a bar was a library, this is it, you know. So perfect for like talking or whatever, and she'd probably just like pull up a seat at a table, like motion for you to sit down.
Nikki absolutely, just because they're a little punk ass, like shoulder checked the bouncer, but Nikki is like 5'3", 5'4", so this probably like hits that person's elbow or some shit. But Nikki had to make a statement, so absolutely shoulder checked him. But we'll follow in and sit down and pull out the 2 books, which are pretty carefully wrapped. Had kind of found just like it carefully wrapped. It's like random scraps of cloth and like because there isn't really formal packaging, but clearly has taken some care to it. Which what books do I have?
You have a book called For Whom We Burn.
Spicy.
Account that seems very oddly similar to someone in this party who created a faction within the city and kept account of their new friends and how they were eventually ostracized by the machine speak.
Oh shit.
As
Well,
well
damn it,
as
that changes.
a book called The Last Morning, which is their collective knowledge pre-sun explosion.
Okay. So listening to Cass explain, because I would ask, can you tell me what the hell this is? And I would look at the 2, and I would set aside the one about the cults. We're very gonna loosely use the term. I would set that one aside, and I'm gonna gesture to is it for no, the last morning. And I'm gonna say, I feel like I was a little mean to Joseph, and Joseph is always mean, and he's so grumpy, and I hate that. And but I feel a little bad, and so I want to give him this book, and I want to write a note in it, but I don't know how to do that, and so I was gonna see if you could do that for me.
Well, yeah, of course. Can I get a pen over here? And she's gonna just like holler for somebody to give her some kind of writing utensil.
You have a
Like,
napkin and a nice old-fashioned like ink quill pen.
yeah. All right. What do you want it to say?
I wanted to say, and Nikki like takes time, like would probably start out with like, look, don't be fucking mean to me, and you would have to scratch that out. And I would have to be like, no, that's not what I want to say. I wanted to say, I think that we have different definitions of fun, and I know you're not actually mean, but sometimes you hurt my feelings. But I think I was mean to you. Here's a book. It is like just very base level. Nikki has created a shorthand that they use to be able to write notes and things, and so this is not like they are not a full sentence kind of person.
Yeah.
But and then could you show me how to write my name?
Yeah, of course. Oh my god. And she's like trying to, because Cass has definitely been like, since that happened, has been a little like nervous, just what's coming. So she's definitely like, okay, I'm so glad this is happening. And will literally just like do. She'll probably like make up a signature for you, but something that is very Nikki Sunshine, but it's also big because it's Cass. So yeah, and she'll just like teach you how to do it. It's like, I think that's absolutely perfect.
Thanks, Cass. Would you give this to him so that I don't get into a fight with him while I try to do it?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can. I
Thank
will.
you.
I can be that messenger for you. But this is really good. I'm really proud of you. Like,
He makes me mad, but I was thinking about it, and I think, I don't know. There's just I got a lot of mixed feelings, and I don't fucking like the feelings in any of them in any combination. So I feel like we need to clear the air. There's clearly some shit that's gonna go down, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm not gonna try to help him out. So
I mean, I'm no like psychologist or anything or therapist or anything like that, but like, I think it speaks volumes that you would like care enough to want to do this, and also like that you have the feelings, right? Like that means something that they're there. So
we don't have to say I have the feelings. It's okay.
I mean, like,
Okay.
it's like a family. We're like a family because I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I will give it. I was meaning to talk to him anyway. So, yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Cass. And Nikki will very quickly grab the other book and, feeling very awkward, try to like sprint out of the karaoke bar.
I think she's definitely like kind of looking at it like maybe you like run out before she can like say anything else and be like, "Where'd you get this?" Oh, okay, bye. And just kind of like, I think she's gonna give it to like, it's probably like a second bar back here. So she knows the person back here at the bar. It's like, can you hold on to this for a second? Just so like, I'll get it later, but and, like pass it on. So, oh,
And then yeah, the rest of my time that I will designate at least is trying to figure out how to climb on walls. I want to be able to do that. I want to try and figure out what to do with the battery capybaras. What do we call them?
Capybaras.
Capybaras, thank you. I want to figure out if the capybaras can be used as a fuel or health resource. And I want to make a little harness for asparagus to be able to like carry back things or people if we find them out, since that seems to be a trend that we're running into. So I kind of want to make it a little easier for us to do that.
Yeah, given enough time outfitting each of your sparks with basically a compatibility upgrade, they could drain the energy from a Batibara, which exhausts them, but it does not kill them.
Okay.
And it would regain 1 fuel.
Okay, awesome. Can I, whatever feels fair to you in my head, I was gonna say like maximum 3 capybaras that I could bring on asparagus, but if that feels like too many, I don't want to give us an unlimited fuel source. Or is it like we each get 1 and then we get to use it in the battle and that's it?
I would say that basically that doing that would give you all enough energy for a single fuel point throughout the fight.
Okay, perfect. And then I'm gonna hold on to the cybernetic for now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. Do I know anything about the Pale Path? I feel like I'm taking up a lot of time. The Lunar Path. I'm taking up a lot of time, but these are all the things that I want to know. You can tell me no so we can move on.
I think if you wanted to know more, Joseph would probably be the one to talk to.
Damn it. I knew you were gonna say that. Okay. Well, right now I'm just gonna sit on my hands and not do that. So, I think majority of the time, Nikki is probably either getting into bar fights or working on their Voyager for the upgrades. And actually, I'll probably bring the cybernetic over to Caldwell in their lab to see opinions and interests. Nikki would probably just walk in and be like, here, if you want to do something with this, let me know. I'm not quite sure exactly what it does. But if Caldwell tries to have a conversation, Nikki would engage. But Nikki's still feeling a little awkward about things.
Idle conversation.
Yeah.
Caldwell's playing with a glowing blue orb from that big mech thing that we defeated. And it just kind of turns to you when you walk in and goes, "Oh, you can just leave that there if you want to. Thanks. I'll look into it."
Yeah, for sure. And is going to also drop off a sandwich
Oh,
and leave.
all right.
And yeah, I think that covers me.
Over to then. I will have these call signs memorized by the time we end this game. I swear. Reaper. We were talking about
Reaper,
Overwatch
yeah.
in the server, so I couldn't tell if that was actually the call sign or if Reaper was just on my brain.
Both valid. Okay, so yes, over the past month or two, Corbin's two primary objectives have been going out to try to find additional survivors, bringing them into the family, and getting as many of the members of this family armed and ready to fight as he possibly can.
It would just so happen that there was a shipment of weapons that someone brought in, and they are being distributed. If you would just kind of make them disappear and repurpose them, you know, who
I
would
would
know?
love to do that. Exactly. Yes, I would. Perfect. Exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah. How long would you like to spend out in the dusk searching?
I think Reaper would spend maybe 2 of the weeks out in the dusk searching.
I will also go with 8 loot rolls then. 2 and 1. It's a total of 3. You're going to spend 1. That will simply just bolster your numbers. You have 2 more. If you want to spend all 3 of them just finding people, you could absolutely do so. You could hunt for loot. You could do whatever you want with them.
So I think I'm gonna spend 1 on survivors, 1 on more weapons, to make sure I can outfit as many of these survivors with weapons as is possible. And I think the third I would like to spend on any knowledge I can find regarding the lunar path.
Oh. At some point, or 2 weeks, find just kind of straggling bits of survivors. You find that one group, one of them, is radiating a very similar type of energy that you felt when you were down with the cult. And see that basically one of their pockets is just glowing with like pure moonlight.
Interesting. Okay.
They are
How amenable was this group to being brought
very
into our town?
literally saved their lives.
Of course I did.
Yeah, if you went on to ask for it, you
Second
can simply
person, plural.
hand it over.
Yeah, Corbin would definitely have questions about that pocket full of moonlight and what that involves.
As he kind of like reaches into the pocket with both hands, pulls out just this about foot long, kind of iridescent, almost chitinous like crystal. It's very opaque, and it's just radiating light. But the further away you're walking, the more that moonlight starts to dim. You get that this would help you to find paths that the lunar cult has been, and would the brighter it gets, the closer you're getting to a source of a lunar well.
Corbin would ask for that item.
Yeah.
He would ask for it under the guise of, in order to join us, you have to renounce all of the trappings of the groups that you have been a part of.
Yeah, without question.
Okay.
Stealthy.
Everything's fine here. Everything's fine.
Yeah, maybe the cutoff.
Are you escorting them back?
Yes. Yes, escorting them back and getting them set up in the church along with the others.
While you're in the church, you would see someone step through the doorway, a hunched over figure, very quickly realizing that it is indeed your machine speaker. Looks at you, almost like staring through you. Just says, "Be careful." Would turn to leave.
Corbin wouldn't stop him. Corbin would like to find Nikki, likely sometime after they returned from their own outing.
Nikki is probably just at the hangar.
And I think initially when Corbin walks in, it seems like he's just there to work on his own spark and is focused on doing maintenance and repairs, as he doesn't initially really talk to Nikki outside of nodding in their direction. And as he's like facing his suit, he doesn't even look over at them as he says, "You know, I've been wanting to speak with you after our last mission. You hadn't seemed particularly happy with the team."
And Nikki would turn around, and Nikki looks exhausted. Nikki has kind of been running themselves ragged over the last 2 months, for multiple reasons, and emotionally, physically, just very drained. Kind of crosses their arms, leans back against their suit. Um, I mean, you gotta admit it was kind of a weird mission. There's a lot of shit that went down.
I mean, it was, as they say, a shit show. But I've seen you out there before, and I've never seen you look like that.
Man, this is a lot of talking about feelings that I just did not sign up for with this group. Uh,
Oh, is that what we're doing?
I mean, I guess not. Shit.
I didn't realize we were talking about feelings.
Okay, okay. You know what? That's actually probably easier. That's a little easier for me then. Yeah, I was pretty fucking angry about a lot of the things that happened on that mission. Um, kind of seems like some of us all I mean, we all have our own agendas. Look, nobody's going to say that I'm not there to find some little critter friends, all right? It's fun. It makes me happy. Everything in this world kind of sucks, so it makes me happy to find the critters, so I'm going to find the critters. But it just kind of seems like, it'd be helpful to share information like that. Like you've got your following, and at least we all know about it. I don't know much about what's happening there, but I know it exists. So,
I mean, I was right there with you, Nikki. That was what bothered me as well. I didn't understand why there was being so much knowledge withheld. As you rightly pointed out, I've never been hiding the fact that I am growing my following in the way that I am.
which are you calling them the family now? Seems it's an interesting choice, Corbin.
Listen, Nikki, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care about anyone. I can't do the things that I have to do when I pilot my spark if I do care. That said, I don't see any reason why there has to be more darkness in this world than there already is. And if describing the group as a family makes them happy, then we're going to call them a family.
I can respect that.
And I just want you to know that if at any point you would want a place there as well, the door is always open to you.
I think Nikki does not have a reaction, and it almost seems very like that's very intentional. Nikki is trying not to respond. And it's just gonna kind of nod and half to themselves say, you kind of just hear them starting to kind of mumble about the lunar cults and that invitation as well that they had said of, you know, and Nikki is probably just being like, God, these fucking cults, man. I'm getting invitations left and right. And then would, you know, Corbin, I know you just said you don't care about anybody, but I think that's probably about as close to nice as I've seen you get, and I really appreciate it. And would turn around to their station and grab the book, which is also very carefully wrapped, and say, just return the favor, and give the book to Corbin.
And Corbin will take the book, take a moment to look at it, and then look up at Nikki and ask, where did you find this?
Poking and prodding somewhere outside the city. And Nikki has not shared with anybody that they found all of these supplies at a city that was destroyed. Nikki is not telling anybody that.
Well, this seems like a very timely piece of information for me to have, and it is appreciated. Thank you, Nikki.
Sure. And I'll think about it. I'll think about your offer.
It's your choice.
Nikki will very quietly just kind of go back. Very focused on their work, but is definitely sort of a little bit taken aback, because I don't think it's something that they had ever considered, but is definitely, it's kind of pinging around in their brain.
And I feel like the two of them would likely have spent more time there working in silence on their own respective sparks.
Adore. All right, that's the end of your downtime.
Yep, that's the end of
Right.
it for Corbin.
Brings us to Caldwell.
Caldwell leaves their lab for two reasons. One, to go to the bathroom, and two, to get food. He's been most interested spending the time attempting to turn the ghost core into the core of some kind of shield generator for the city in some capacity, or at least for the shard. And that's what they've spent most of their time doing, as well as talking to Pox and experimenting with their formula. At some point during that span, a minor lab accident that resulted in the loss of their arm. Nikki would not have seen it coming in, but they do have a new mechanical arm that they've been doing science with, that they keep sort of covered up. But has just, again, spent their time working with this core.
There's a word for it, like almost a reflection, a memory of that resurrected machine spirit that took over left in it. It's like a husk. It's been eradicated. There's no bringing it back again for a second time. There's nothing left to bring back. but it's like they imprinted on that core. See what was then.
Yeah, I think Caldwell at first might just try to like commune with it or test it to see if it's got any conductive properties left over, because they can always find a different battery if they need to. But having something capable of putting that much energy or holding it while something is generating a shield of some kind, I think is their rationale for it. So not necessarily as a power source, but as a conduit for power.
Don't go with. I feel like that would be shade. That would be methodical, surgical, very patient, very
I got
researched.
shade.
Let's throw some shade.
That's gonna be a 5 and a 1 for my shade roll.
Absolutely. We'll add that to your potential resources that you can allocate during the upcoming events. Allocate it however you'd like. But yeah, over the course of the 2 months, you could just slowly start feeding it power from the sun well until you feel like it's about as charged as it's going to get.
Yeah. And then once everything's like ready, they would eventually take a look at that implant that Nikki left behind and also take a look at that sandwich.
I mean, where the sandwich was, there is a small pile of goop.
Dude, come on. That was for me.
Should already know by now that my sustenance is your sustenance. Your sustenance is my sustenance.
Still like to taste stuff. That's part of the fun. You understand that, right?
Fine. Look so busy, so focused.
Because I'm trying to make you better, and I'm trying to build this machine so that we have something of a backup when it comes to whatever's coming. I can
Could
stop to
always
eat.
just run.
What do you mean run?
Dusk is endless. Infinite places to hide from an oncoming.
I think that you know that we're not going to do that. My team is here, and unless we're going out, we're not leaving the city. And I'm not leaving this lab until this is done.
Fair. Just. You should know if you were to lose consciousness, lose control of your spark, I am there to take your place, should need.
Yeah, well, if that were to happen, and that's a big if, then you're welcome to do as you please. But until then, I'm driving, okay?
Of course. You're in charge.
I trust that you will do what is best for both of us and stick around. Maybe unwise, but there will be plenty of people for you to feed upon if this thing is as big as Machine Speaker seems to think it is.
There's just this long tendril that just reaches out back towards the counter and plants about 60% digested sandwich back on the table.
I don't want it back! Take it! Good God. You're just disgusting. I'll teach you some manners.
So picky.
Hickey, I need a clean lab! So that I can make you stronger.
Re-pick up the sandwich and just and just like slither off behind some machinery into the shadows, just to give you some peace.
Yeah, and Caldwell will go back to fidgeting with the implant.
Yeah. So whether you want to install it on yourself or one of your others, whoever it goes on, will be able to see through the dusk.
I think Caldwell would maybe, for the first time in months, call a meeting to see his teammates and offer it up.
You do still have that virus that lets you all communicate.
Hi guys. Do you guys want to meet me in my lab quick, just for a quick thing?
A little suspicious, Caldwell, but sure.
I can't possibly understand why you would find that suspicious.
Do you need another
I mean, we
sandwich?
did ask you to talk to us.
It's a surprise. It's a good surprise. Actually, it's two surprises.
Oh, no. Last time we were surprised with an extra thing. It was a whole ass virus, Caldwell.
Yeah, but I waited
I
until you
don't
were
like
out in the
this.
field to unveil that surprise. He's here. He's fine. He ate the sandwich you brought me.
What?
I know. Anyway,
Tell that little POS that was your sandwich.
It's spelled
Okay,
POX.
don't call Pox a POS. That's rude. He's helping me. Just come to my lab, would you? It's safe mostly, as long as you stay on the other side of the room.
I want to side with you, Caldwell, but you keep saying little things like that make me a little nervous.
I work with unsafe equipment. That's the nature of science. As long as you keep your distance from it, it can't hurt you.
How big is your office?
I don't have an office. I have a lab.
Lab.
It's about 10-foot by 20-foot room, tables, fume hood, for example. That's where most of that stuff is. And Pox is hiding behind some crates, I think.
Right, we'll go other
Oh,
side
good.
of the room.
I'm going to pick up 2 sandwiches on the way.
Yeah, Cass will go over there.
Yeah, Corbin will as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2 things. One, in the interest of being honest about my research, I think I figured out a way to turn the ghost core into a conduit for a shield generator for the sun shard.
Good.
That's badass.
Nice.
Second thing, Nikki actually dropped this off. It is an implant that lets you look through the dusk. I don't know if any of you would be interested in that, but I can install it easy peasy.
I mean, I know I tend to scout ahead, but I'm also not. I don't know that it's best with me, so I figured Caldwell could figure it out and then decide who it's best for.
I could see it being good with our sharpshooter.
I mean, I wasn't gonna and if anybody else wanted it, that'd be great. But if nobody else wants, I mean, I'll take it.
Miss King, you are far too generous. Just be a bit selfish here.
I mean, I got my little lights, and she'll pop one up, like. So I'm covered. But sure, okay, woohoo.
Okay. Then you're going to have to stay behind so I can install it. And Caldwell will pull off their primary glove, where you will then see the robotic hand ligaments as they go to
Whoa.
fish out tools.
Caldwell?
And... Yeah, what's
What
up?
Caldwell.
Mhm.
Your arm? Your hand?
Yeah, what about it?
It's mechanical, Caldwell.
I have questions.
Yeah.
What
It's much
happened to
more
your
flexible.
organic hand?
Oh, right. Just had a little bit of an accident a couple of months ago.
Little bit.
Just a little
Months?
bit. Yeah, like right after we got back.
I had nothing to do with it.
That's true. He had nothing. That was all me. All me. That one.
What did you do?
I just spilled some chemicals on it.
Because you weren't wearing proper lab equipment and you pushed yourself too much further than you should have gone?
Well,
Perhaps under the influence of
was-
something that only cares to become more effective at what it does?
no, again, Pox not responsible for this. I
You
was
tried
getting.
to force him to sleep and eat. They don't listen to me.
I took a quick nap, and on the way down, I knocked a table over onto my arm.
This is what I was
That
talking
doesn't sound
about.
like a nap.
Caldwell,
It was a
this
quick
is
nap.
what I was discussing. This
It's
is why I'm
fine.
concerned for you.
You don't have to. The
You
arm is
lost
perfect.
an arm.
Yeah, and I got a new one. I'm not at a net loss here.
It could have been much worse. You could have released something that didn't just harm you, but the entire city.
I don't keep.
How
those
are you
kinds
so
of
smart yet
chemicals.
think so little?
I don't keep those
Wait.
kinds of chemicals in this lab.
Joe, don't be mean. Oh my god, I'm gonna start calling you Jojo. Don't be mean, Jojo. Just Caldwell. Caldwell, can we implement a like once a day check-in rule? You just radio us, let us know that you're alive and you have all your limbs, and that you've eaten at least one thing. Just
And slept.
Yes, I do eat, and
pass out.
well, again, it was a quick on my way to the ground nap.
That's not called a nap.
Also,
That's not called a nap at all.
I'm
did you
fine.
get it like double checked, like a second eye on it? Is it all like your arm?
My arm? Yeah, it's fine.
Like, did you do that or did you go somewhere?
Wow, I define did I do that, and then define did I go somewhere.
Like, did you burn off your arm and then remain here in the lab and stuck on a new one and thought done? Or did you go to like a hospital or a a place where they put on, like a place where that's what they do is put on new arms?
It's a complicated answer.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me
did
see
I-
it.
Uncomplicate it, Caldwell. Uncomplicate it.
Please
Okay, all right.
explain.
The sequence of events that happened was I took a little on my way to the ground nap. I knocked the table over. My arm melted off. I cleaned and cauterized the remaining area. I went to the machine speaker to get a new arm, and I installed it myself.
And nobody has taken a second eye at it.
The machine speaker took a second eye at it.
No one else has taken a second eye at it.
He knows what he's doing. He's like all machine.
This is true.
Mhm.
He found out before we did, Caldwell. Come on. He sucks.
Because I didn't want you guys to come back here immediately after we had that talk and continue to be worried about me.
Be right? You didn't want us to be right, is the problem here. You
If
were so
that's-
afraid of being proven wrong, you hid injury from those who could have helped you.
None of you are surgeons.
But
It's
there
not.
are people that are.
Yes, and machine speaker happens to be aware of that information. It was fine.
And you
I'm
trust
fine.
them. And you trust them.
Yeah,
You
don't
trust them wholeheartedly.
I wouldn't say wholeheartedly,
No.
but I trust them to give me a mechanical arm.
Corbin could have probably got you just like an organic one. Corbin's got people to spare now.
Horrifying statements aside,
I want a dead man's arm.
would you consent to the group having an option to check in on you on a daily basis?
Yes, I will check in every day from now on. I mean, I'm pretty much done in here for the most part. I have to go. I'm still gonna probably look at those weird little rat things and see about those maybe.
The Batibaras.
Did you guys name them while
We
I was
did.
in here?
Their scientific
did.
classification, of course.
If you talked to us, you would have known, Caldwell.
I didn't want to bother
It's
you
true.
guys.
You could have weighed in on the
group
naming.
text. Jump in on the group text, Caldwell. Stop taking
The
yourself out of
group
our group
text?
text.
Okay. I will radio in once per day.
Also, can you just like go to like the I don't know what that's called, machine arms store, whoever puts on machine arms, and like just get a checkup? Like, did the machine speaker only look at it once? That's kind of a normal thing, is like when you have a big thing like that, you go, it happens, then you get like checkups just to make sure everything's okay.
My arm is fine, Dolly.
I believe
Caldwell.
you.
I will go to the
Caldwell.
hospital and have them
Good.
look at the nerve connections.
Thank
We
you.
can go. I will take you. We can go right after you give me this little thingamajiggy.
Well, that's why I'm confident that I can install this, is because it's a simple process attaching
I'm just
a
saying
thing
that
to a nerve.
it's
That's
not
a
a
good
bad
argument.
idea. It's not a bad idea to always get a second eye, just in case. If nothing's wrong, then you go. They say, "Wow, this was done really well," and then you get a little extra boost.
I don't need an extra boost. It's fine. I know it's fine. It works, first and foremost.
All right.
This is what I deal with daily.
You ate my sandwich.
Not
When
for
Caldwell-
me. You would eat one meal a week.
When Caldwell mentions the sandwich, I'm gonna set the sandwich down, and then, knowing that the group might stop me, I'm gonna dead sprint over to the crates and jump over it and give the other sandwich to Pox. I'm just like,
What?
"Here, you little cretin, don't eat his food."
He already ate okay. It's already done that.
We share one nutritional
don't-
system.
I don't want to know. I don't need to hear it. It's not helping your case.
Nikki, can you please explain to him that it's about tasting the food for the most part for me?
It's true. It's true. Food is good. I don't think you have taste buds, but the rest of us do. So don't rob him of that experience. Okay?
Fine.
I'll set the sandwich down. I'm gonna pat it on the head, and then I'll head back over to the group.
Yeah, your hand is definitely wet.
Vaguely humanoid, like jello texture. Right. Anything
So
else?
let's get this implant installed, and then I will take the shield generator to the square to get it set up at the sun shard.
After you
Install the implant, like I said.
no, there's something in between that.
Huh.
Repeat
Yeah,
after
alright.
me.
I will go to the hospital.
Thank you. All right. And she's like the whole time this is getting installed, just giving that like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed kind of look.
You're going
I'm
to
just
feel a
like,
little pinch.
ow.
Yeah. There'll be a moment where you have to separate the ocular nerves to put the implant and then reconnect them.
One eye is giving you the I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. Look.
The other one goes limp.
It's real weird. Don't think about it too much.
All right. And that's it. That's good for your downtime.
Yeah,
All right.
That's everything.
Joseph.
Well, clearly I just have to be mad at everybody and just be the biggest meanie who ever lived. That's my plan.
This is
I'm
the role of the group dad.
It's group daddy, but thank you. I worked hard to get that title. Anyway, last time Joseph got an interesting book handed over to him, in that it spoke on the origin of the suits. And so I think a large amount of the time would, of course, go to researching origin, functionality, and looking for any details that might have been lost, and new ways to push the suits to be get an understanding of why each suit was made, and really understand all of the ways that the suit works, and weaknesses, hidden strengths, compatibilities, cool stuff like that. That's like the first thing.
I feel like that is not anything out of your wheelhouse. I don't think that would take a roll.
Reading?
More than capable, yeah. It's just finding references in like one chapter and then finding something 3 chapters later and then cross-referencing throughout the book as you read it and convert it into your own coherent notes that make more sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then
I'm gonna send you just the tiniest bit of information.
I love this.
It's barely even anything.
When the big red one appears next to a Hooper profile, I know I'm truly going to regret my decisions. Like the Lost Caravan promise. You will get DM'd. You will not enjoy them. Don't say.
Yeah. See, barely anything.
Yeah. Okay. Second thing, love to do. Using this information, Joseph would like to pursue 2 lines of creation. I guess lacking a better word here. One I want to look into trying to create not necessarily like full-on suits, but using that basic frame structure to allow for protection of them, and that can be distributed to the city. Just working with teams and showing them a process to create not obviously like full-powered suits, but just like if there could be like a very basic blank template for people to hopefully have a better chance of protecting themselves in our city here.
Like an exosuit.
Yeah, basically.
Huh.
Using all the advances that we have in Eva Vera to hopefully let the people fight their own battles if they choose to.
That one, I feel like that would
yeah.
also fall under Shade.
Yeah, no, I love Shade. Shade's my favorite thing in the world, actually.
Tossing a lot of Shade today.
Yeah, well, so a 6-5 and a 1.
Beautiful. Yeah. I'm gonna add that to your available resources. You have a populace armed with exosuits.
Nice. Second thing I'd like to look into is the big robot. Because 2 things stuck out. One, I'd like to maybe look into getting that operational and not angry again, or at least letting it be an exosuit once more.
You need a pretty big power source.
Yeah, I'm thinking perhaps if it's within vicinity of I want to do a little expedition and bring it back and try and get within vicinity of the large shard in the center here, and have it kind of be like an emergency system that could be activated by a pilot if they needed to be somewhere and activating a large thing.
Yeah. I would say if it is up and active, your son will have 1 fewer dice, 1 fewer resistance dice.
Yeah, I got you. I think, but while he's out, I'd like to try and, I think Caldwell used the great term commune, because I want to see if that machine spirit that was so angry is still around, at least partially. I don't necessarily have a way to talk to the dead, but if it's like haunting that place or trying to get an understanding of that facility a bit better to figure out why I really seem to hate Corbin so much.
It's much like what Caldwell was finding in the core. You're finding its ghost left in the suit, in imprint. there really wouldn't be much to the casual observer that would connect Corbin and this thing. But you were there when Corbin resurrected the spirit of the generator system. And the more you inspect this remnant, the more that you're getting a sense that these are one and the same. That spirit just looked for the nearest source of vacant power it could find, inhabited the core, and took over this.
Okay. So it didn't seem like there was anything specific.
It did
Just-
seem to get revenge against its creator.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know who doesn't? Can't tell you how many times I've killed God. Bastard. Anyway, so yeah, spirit connected to the generator system. Then beyond that, yeah, he's just gonna drag that on down to a workshop and get and be working on that.
Yeah, I mean,
Getting it fitted out to be to be able to receive power from a large external source within a certain perimeter, and also working off of or allowing for certain powers to be centered.
Yeah. You have enough qualified mechanics in the city that you'd have a small platoon by your side to help you out. But that is a lot fewer mechanics to help prepare the city.
I think he's going to try and pull this off primarily on his own with that exactly in mind.
How do you feel about a
Yeah.
sun roll?
Joke's on you, I have 2 sun. A lot of suns. 5 and a 2.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's probably going to take about the rest of your time, but yeah, you would have a fully functioning bulk buster suit.
Mm-hmm. It's a
Copyright.
moon buster. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, like, fuck the moon. Doesn't even have its own light. What the fuck's going on there?
It's just a rock in space.
It's just a rock in space that shines because there's a cool sun on it. Anyway, yeah, that's really it for me. He's giving everyone their distance, except for when called on, because they're all clearly pursuing their own things. You know, I'm not here to run their lives, even though they are literally losing their arms and, you know, death culting and in general, not spaying and neutering their pets.
One arm.
Dancing on tables and getting in bar fights.
Oh, well, Miss King can do whatever Miss King
Hey.
likes to do.
Don't bring. Oh, thanks. Yeah, don't bring me into this.
Miss King's just an enabler, which is a separate conversation that needs to happen. You just want to be the fun mom.
Speaking of,
Want to be? Am. Oh, it's me. Okay, so I think like I said before, Cass's a little worried about the group, so she's probably been spending a little bit more time with Tuna Fish, just like emotional support cat. Just a little, probably things that she thinks that she can't say to like the group, venting to the cat. She's venting to the cat, you know. She's a good listener to everybody else's venting and whatnot, but somebody has to be there for her to vent, and that is Tuna Fish. I think also she is whatever like Spark Academy we have. I think since she's a seasoned woman, oh, like she's older, she and has been like a Spark for longer, she would go back to the academy and just kind of like make sure, like offer up like expertise, just kind of like can be there and like if anybody has questions, ask them now, because you know it just kind of helping younger Sparks with whatever they need, doing any kind of training if need be and stuff like that. So making sure that our peeps are ready.
Probably
Yeah.
get all the exosuit people too.
Yes. Yeah. So during just kind of like basically just being available to be help and stuff. Other than that, gonna hit up Joseph for karaoke and just wait at the bar, be at the bar a lot, also be at the bar a lot. But yeah, just send like a ping, because Joseph and Cass go to karaoke all the time.
Absolutely.
Other than, I feel like, I don't know, Caldwell, Corbin, do y'all go to karaoke? She knows.
You guys have not seen Caldwell for 2 months.
Okay. She knows who will go to karaoke with her.
Mhm.
So I think like an invitation to karaoke is not super like left field.
Yeah.
Do you accept
No,
karaoke?
I don't. And don't show up, leave you hanging. No, absolutely. Joseph will stride in, looking, as typically formal as you'd expect in his everyday clothes.
I think it'll probably be around a time when it's like relatively busy up at the front. And then she's gonna pull the same thing. I'll just kind of like wave down whenever she sees Joseph walk in and go back to the secret room. Again, high five Gus, I've named him.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, Gus, he's with me. And
Oh, I'm quite familiar with Gus.
oh, you know Gus?
Yes, of course.
That's not,
Just gives you that.
And
not
a
everybody
pleasure
talks,
as always.
not everybody talks to Gus. So I'm glad that Gus has friends. That's good. Yeah, and pull the same thing, sit at the same table, and then literally just sit down and be like, okay, go.
What? You invite me out for karaoke and bring me to a place where there's no karaoke. I'm confused.
We'll do karaoke in a bit. I am giving you the floor. I don't know if you noticed the last mission, you seem to have a lot to say. This is a safe space. Say what you need to say.
If you wanted me to be quiet, you merely had to.
You know what I mean.
I'm very sad to not say I do, yes.
Joseph, come on. You have a lot of opinions about the rest of our team.
Opinions. Is that what we're calling concerns now?
Concerns, opinions, same path.
I'm concerned you're not concerned.
I'm very concerned. I just
And
feel
yet
like
you
we're
do
concerned.
nothing?
I don't do nothing.
Have
Hold on.
you...
Hold on. This isn't about me. I'm letting you say what you need to say because it feels like whenever we're in the group, stuff gets heated and all. So you just tell me, and then we can work out a plan to figure it out.
My dear, you're much too beautiful to be my therapist. I pay them a lot more money. And
I'm
give you
not
a lot
trying.
less passing remarks.
I feel like I just said this the other day. I'm not trying to be a therapist.
You're just
Therapist in
giving
the
me time
future.
to... Of
There's no
course,
therapist
everyone.
in space.
Well, that's what I call them. The person I talk to. And then give them money.
See, I can't be a therapist. You don't give me money.
Well, we could change that, I suppose, if you needed it, but...
Don't make this like pulling out teeth.
Wait, what do you want me to say? That I'm concerned for the group and the direction that our members are taking and their actions threaten the very city itself, not just themselves?
And is there another avenue that you plan on dealing with that other than being all like, because doesn't seem to be working?
Yes, for the moment, I'm letting them pursue whatever they need to pursue. My attention is elsewhere, in defending this entire city from an exterior threat.
You're not the only one doing that.
Yes, I have taken note of everyone else's efforts, and I'm very appreciative. It's clear they did not want my guidance or my help, so I've rescinded those things.
There's a thing right there. So you're appreciative of what everybody else is doing. Have you told them that?
If I were to run into them, I absolutely would.
I'm gonna say this is after we all met. It's like,
Mhm.
what about in Caldwell's office? You didn't really.
I think that we both know there were more pressing issues. Yes?
Joseph, it's not like a little bit of like speaking the nice stuff goes a long way. And I feel like I just get a little bit of a vibe that some people may feel like all they hear from you is negative, negative, negative. Maybe try just positive, like, change it up.
Why do you feel like everyone needs to like you?
Ouch.
When did I say that?
Oh, I'm inferring naturally, but if we're going to armchair at each other,
I don't think everybody needs to like me. I think that when I'm a part of a team, there's a little bit of turmoil, that shit needs to get figured out fast because it could cause other problems that we don't need right now.
I will attempt to be more positive and acknowledge the best of everyone, as I more typically do. It's when they do things that are wrong that I have to speak out. Not
I'm not.
just wrong, harmful,
I,
dangerous, things you refuse apparently to see. There is a cult developing that worships not only dead, but a singular person. There
okay,
is
okay,
a biotoxin which seems to share a digestive system with a living person. Whatever future that may hold is also very concerning. And you're
okay.
sitting
That's
here
bad.
and you want to pretend like that Sunshine is going to actually handle the Batibara situation before we're completely overrun. Or that their impulsive actions aren't going to get them hurt. And I don't want Sunshine to be hurt. I don't want any of them to be hurt. 50-50 on Corbin.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
It's very mean to me.
I just think there's a better way about like expressing those feelings than just being mad all the time.
I'm not mad. I'm concerned. Disappointed
Mm,
sometimes, but concerned.
do you think that anybody feels like they can come talk to you?
I would certainly hope so.
Mm,
Your answer tells me otherwise, though.
I don't think, I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I am also worried. I don't know. Okay, let me just go part by part. Corbin, the cult,
It's
I
a
don't know.
cult. In no air quotes.
I don't know what all goes with that, but it's also partially not. I haven't seen any harm thus far, so it's not really any of my business. There were people that needed some kind of guidance to get into town. If there does become some kind of, if I see anything fishy, then we'll deal with it. But as of now, it just kind of looks like they're getting settled into town.
They worship
Caldwell and
death.
I mean, eh,
Move on to Caldwell, please.
okay, Caldwell, Caldwell, Pox is
The more
sus.
responsible of the two,
Oh, well,
which is a problem.
I mean, do you have any ideas what to do with that?
It needs to be Caldwell's decision. Well, my
What?
ideas. Or do you want me to dictate everyone's life? Play you all like puppets on strings?
Well, there's got to be a happy medium.
Absolutely. And it needs to be a decision that Caldwell is willing to make, because right now they're working themselves to the bone, and they're probably going to kill themselves if we don't force them to step in. Now, what you've implemented is a great first step. A daily check-in is fantastic, but we need to get them out and, away from the influence, something that's only pushing for progress of itself.
Okay. So this kind of like talk that we're having, this is great. This is what I wanted to bring out. So this kind of like brainstorming, perfect. But
Mm.
maybe in just kind of like, I don't know if you can sound cheery, but like maybe in like a slightly yet less like doom and gloom tone, discussing this with Caldwell, like in a way of, hey, Fran, I care about you. Not, hey, Fran, you're doing the wrong stuff. Like,
So
do you
my
get what I'm
voice
saying?
is wrong.
Well, tone is a big part of it.
I've expressed my concerns in multiple tones. You've expressed your concerns and see how far it got as well.
I did get Caldwell to go to the hospital.
Yes, and that could have been
Effective.
accomplished by anybody. It was a group intervention that he started somehow.
Okay.
They started. Yeah.
Work in progress. Work in progress. Um, Nikki, I don't think. I think the two of you are like this. You just kind of you just kind of miss each other a little bit. Um like I don't know. I'm definitely not going to tell you what to do. But, you know, Nikki cares about you as well. And Nikki's got a lot of stuff in their life that they're dealing with, and I think definitely going about it in a like kind of like you're too reckless. Like that's ooh, doesn't I mean Nikki, I talked to Nikki the other day, and Nikki just shoulder checked Gus without even talking to Gus, and I know that comes from a place of like hurt and pain, but like Gus didn't do anything wrong, and so it's just like, do you get what I'm saying?
You're saying I'm right, and that Nikki needs to be spoken
No,
to
oh,
and
oh,
needs to address whatever is harming their thoughts.
no, like I mean, I would say maybe more spoken to like like a person and not talk down to. Oh, there it is. I found it myself. Don't talk down, more talk with.
Maybe Nikki shouldn't be so short. But you make a point.
Thank you. Thank you. I really do. I
You're
swear.
doing fantastic in
Oh
this
no,
game.
no, 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 no. I don't need that. I don't need that. Um, hold on. And
I
she's
thought
gonna go to the bar and she's gonna grab the book from the guy. She's like, for instance, I was told to give this to you. I There's a note inside. You should
Mm-hmm.
read it. Is okay. I did not. I didn't say anything. They came to me to do that. So I would say that's a big step in the right direction.
Mm.
Mm.
I'm reading, please. If you'd like me to make more pleasurable noises, I can try, but... Are you... I'm sorry, I don't mean to fuss you so easily. Usually it's more of a challenge.
I'm not. I'm read the note. Read the note.
I'll look it over. It's fair, I have not been treating Nikki perhaps as an equal, but rather as someone to be managed.
Yes. Well, not just Nick. Like a little bit of everybody. A little bit of like it's okay to voice concerns, but like as a friend, not as like a manager or like a parental figure, for lack of better terms. You kind of do.
And you don't?
I am nice.
How convenient for you.
Sorry, that's how I am. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help. Because I don't want us to go into some kind of like big fight and then be all mad at each other. That's not the way to go about when there's, you know, impending doom.
It will be fine. I will speak to those who need speaking to and make sure that their appreciation is known and felt. I will be more complimentary when people do things well, as though I thought I already had done, but clearly needs to be redoubled, yeah?
Yeah. I just, yeah.
Just be more nice, not a big, stinky, evil head person.
I didn't say it. You did. I mean, that's not the nickname you've been given in the group chat text.
Perhaps I've just been thinking on it too long. I care about this city, Miss King. Too long. Lived too damn long and put too much into it to sacrifice the defenses at singular people's comfort.
So are you saying you care about the team or don't care about
I
the team?
do care
Okay.
about the team. I care about all of them.
Okay.
But I'm not going to ever ask anyone to change their ways. I would never do the same for others. I hope they would not do the same to me. I will take your notes into consideration and make sure everyone feels that I appreciate them and care for their well-being in a much more kindly manner.
Okay. I think that, like, you said you don't want to change people. Just, it might come off that way. That's all I'm saying. Maybe think about a way where it doesn't come off that way. Because I don't think you want to. You care in mysterious ways. I know that.
Thank you, Miss King. Your help here will certainly improve team morale. And your work with the exosuits has certainly give the citizens a better chance.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just lending a hand.
Are we going to sing karaoke, or
Yes,
are
we
you
can
just
sing
bringing me
it.
back to a dark room to...
No, no. I wanted to talk
No,
about
keep
this
saying
first.
no, my goodness.
Let's go. Let's
Alright.
I
Queen.
dare say, I don't want to turn your face anymore red.
We're gonna sing karaoke. And I don't know if that was effective. She feels like half like maybe maybe that worked, maybe that didn't work.
Bless you.
Is there anything else you'd like to do the remainder of your downtime? Alright.
No.
Then our time seems to be waning short as the days pass, hit that 2-month period, and you can just feel that something is wrong. Sunwell seems to pulse far more frequently now, as if it was some kind of internal system, or it had some kind of internal system that was trying to fight off an infection. Like, but that's a fantastic place for us to take a break, give everyone a chance to stretch your legs, grab a drink, plan, take a breath, and we'll come back with whatever is headed towards your city. Let's see you soon, everybody. And welcome back. Where we left off, our crew had started to come together as one family unit, perfectly in cohesion. There is no tension. Everyone's on the same page. No one's doing anything that could potentially kill everybody. It's great.
Yep.
And on the following work shift, as there is no such thing as morning, you would all find yourselves waking to chaos, to people running through the streets, to various points along the wall, running to the garages, people running to the Sunwell. There's this overall just wave of panic that has hit the city. There's some music here.
It is time.
There we go.
Cassin's tuna fish to the little kitty panic room in her apartment.
I mean, your emotional support cat also has the ability to just vanish. No clue where she goes, but just gone.
Can
cat
Cass see the cat better with the new implant and being able to see into the dust?
Oh yeah, you would.
Ooh.
You would actually see tuna fish just like sitting there for a moment and then just like shadow just evaporating.
She'll just be like, "Oh shit," and then, well, and just kind of look around and be like, take care of yourself, I guess. Don't get hurt. Come on back home whenever it's all done, and find food somewhere and just get all her stuff and go."
All right. Send this music to all of you so you can all appreciate this classical Western pre-siege music. So, to set this for everyone, Twitch screens here. The city is divided into 4 sectors. Well, technically 6. 4 quadrants: the wall and the Sunwell itself. It's hard to tell with all of the chaos what exactly is happening, but you will all have the ability to position yourselves where you would like, as this mental link is again established with your machine speaker, letting you know that there's something wrong. Our scouts have not returned. The Sunwell, it's fighting something. Defend the city. I will return.
Sunshine is gonna jump on the comms and say, so those fancy things I got, now seems a good time to let everybody know that I found a city completely wiped out and their sunwell was dry and there was something very big jumping from rooftop to rooftop, whispering about being thirsty or something like that. So, you know, I don't know what to do with it, but just letting everybody know. Sounds relevant now.
It does. Thank you for the update. We should probably all get on the rooftops then.
Okay.
Good job.
Thanks. A little weird.
Yes, I meant to make it sound weird.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks,
I
Jojo.
imagine Dolly is cradling their head right now, so you know.
So we have the 4 sectors of the city, or the walls. Where would you like to position yourselves?
I would like to go get on a wall if I can. Can I climb? Can I climb walls now?
Yeah, absolutely. Just these
Yeah.
little,
Okay.
like, almost like Assassin's Creed, like, grappling hooks that just jam out. Help you climb up stone.
Hell yeah. I'm going to jump onto the wall and kind of start to survey, see if I can see anything.
Who else?
I'd like to get to the highest point near the sunwell.
Okay. At the Sunwell.
Yeah. Yeah, put me right in the middle there, yeah. Yeah.
I also want to be high up, but just relatively close to the Sunwell. Can we, of the four, can we happen to see like what? Well, that's very close. Can we can we happen to see like where the most commotion is, or is it just like all around
It is
it itself?
intentional chaos. Something
Okay.
is just causing people to panic.
Okay. I would say actually like a little bit back from it. Maybe not like on it,
Yeah,
but
I
like
just
okay, okay.
for map positions, I'm putting the two of you there. But yeah, you were near the Moonwell or the
Gotcha.
Sunwell.
Cool.
But the others, Reaper.
I think Reaper is going to go into that like lower right quadrant and go to get up on the roof of a building as Joseph suggested, along with as many cult, I wouldn't say as many cult members as he could, maybe like with 10 cult members, while sending the others to the opposite quadrant. So like that left upper quadrant.
Gotcha. And Stone.
Stone is just going to get on top of like their headquarters building in the quadrant closest to their lab, just the fastest they could get into a position that was defensible.
Absolutely. That puts us with one person on the walls, one person in quadrant 2, one person in quadrant 4, and 2 people at the Sunwell. I am going to roll for my reserves. I do have 2 villain points, which would let me automatically bring some reserves in, but we'll see how the roll goes. That's about what I expected. But 4 on the walls, and a 2. That's in quadrant 4. There. Now I can move. Copy you, paste you down into quadrant 4. Sunshine, you're on the walls. Amidst all this chaos, you just hear these heavy crashes as things out in the dusk start just bowling their way towards the city. And the very first sight you get as they enter what little light is coming from your walls is just these hulking, barely organic looking creatures. They almost look like gorillas, but much, much larger. Almost entirely machinery. And at every joint, at every kind of connecting point on their body, they're just leaking electricity. These are executioners.
Cool.
And they are just going to just slam themselves into the wall. In quadrant 4, however, amidst all of this chaos, Reaper, you notice that groups of people just start disappearing. Like they run cast a shadow of a building, but don't come out the other side. So, these threats
Don't
you
like
can
that.
either assign yourselves to deal with, or you can assign some of your resources to deal. Two of you are already in the area. The others of you can move and then take your actions, or take your actions not involving combat, however they may be. We are officially in initiative. If it helps, we can go clockwise order like we did for intros.
I have a thing if nobody. Or
By all means.
Let's do. Okay. Can I see it? If I'm looking that way at the one in quadrant 4.
I was going to say, because I feel like Corbin's immediate response would be to alert Dolly and say, Dolly, something's happening in the shadows. What are you able to see?
My special eyes.
What do you see? They're specialized. Yeah, I can move you into quadrant 4.
Okay.
You just take off down the streets away from the sun well, and there's just this occasional shadow you pass by that you have to stare at for another second, but you can see a figure just pulling itself up out of the shadows and just engulfing entire swaths of light in front of it, and people just being pulled into the shadows.
Is this the same type? Like, is it a different thing than the thing that's on the other wall?
These are witches.
Oh, cool. Have we?
No.
Are there? Okay, so brand new.
Brand new.
She's just gonna go, oh, yep, that's a thing. And I think if she still has her little lights, maybe like, we never set a limit to how many I have, so I kind of feel like she has some kind of like Pez dispenser-esque thing, where she can just kind of like pew 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 pew, and maybe
it
have.
takes a fuel to expend them.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh, per one. Okay. She's gonna send 3 then.
Oh.
To just kind of like go out, and then I think she's gonna send them to try and like orbit the thing. So like one at the head, one at the middle, one at the end, to kind of like outline it so people can see.
I mean, even as the light drones start swooping in, this thing has already whipped its head. And much like the executioners, its body's about half just energy. The rest of it is just these too long of limbs that look like maybe it was almost Frankensteined from parts that just don't quite fit.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just going to continue to try to lash out up at these things as they're approaching. So how about a moon roll? For reflex and dexterity as you try to command the bots to dodge the attacks.
2 best dice. Okay. Okay. This is 6. 6?
Yep. 6 is perfect. All 3 of
Wait.
them are...
Sorry, I'm trying to remember between. I also play Monster of the Week, and so all the D6 different systems throw me off. So I rolled 2 D6. We don't add them together,
Nope.
right?
It's just the highest.
Okay. And just kidding. 4.
4. Okay. It's still a success, but with a consequence.
Okay.
They are going to just start harassing this figure, and you see others that are popping up around this area. Are you focusing down this one, or are you trying to spread off your drone to try to kind of collectively deal with the problem?
Ooh. Can I tell that there's like more than one?
Oh yeah. You are possibly the only person here that can pinpoint where they are.
Fuck. Okay. If she can. She sends out 3, so if she can tell that there's more than 3, she'll at least try to pinpoint 3 and just have the thing like as maybe then not like 3 on 1, just like as crazy as they can, like kind of like a missile drone, whatever. Just try to go in like crazy orbits around the thing, and then she'll holler back the pinpoints of at least 3. Is there more than 3?
In the immediate vicinity, that's all you're seeing.
Okay. So she'll just, it'll sound really cool and technical, like 3 down 75 48, like something really cool. I don't know, but it sounds awesome because
sure
she's
does.
good at that.
But yeah, your drones are keeping one of them busy. I'm just gonna mark off a point of health from the witch swarm.
The witch swarm, okay.
We
that
we hate
swarm,
those
actually.
words. We hate those
That
words,
swarm.
Hoop.
I'm not crying, you're crying, okay.
So the swarm can't do any more damage on this turn, but if it's not dealt with, it will continue to be a problem. You pacified the threat for the moment.
Pacified. Let's go.
I think I could
Who's up?
eliminate it.
Reaper, they are pointed out to you.
Yeah. So I think with that, I think for Reaper's action, in that case, he's going to tell the 10 cult members that he brought with him to take aim and fire. So use resources for this round rather than my own powers.
We're spending your cult resources. They are simply just going to, without question, just take up their arms and just charge in, just firing off at these witches as they try to jump from shadow to shadow. And I'm going to consider this problem pacified. Or not pacified, eliminated.
Nice.
Are you good there? Because you still have a move, if you'd like to move to some other sector.
So, I mean, just casual question. How many of my cult members made it, or did I sacrifice them all in the pursuit of this?
They're definitely not all dead. There were some losses, but for the
Okay.
moment, that resource is considered busy.
Cool. I would like to resurrect one of the ones that did die,
Absolutely.
because I now have enthralling, so I can make a thrall whenever somebody dies around me.
Absolutely.
Oh shit.
One of them just gets ripped to shreds from the shadows, and then its body just starts piecing itself back together. So you're good there? Don't want to move?
Nope, I'll stay where I'm at for now.
Okay.
Can I also say that I'm in like near range to it?
Yes.
Or-
As long as you're in a sector, every threat within that sector is within whatever range you want it to be.
Oh, cool. Okay. Rad.
Who's up? Sunshine, you're on the wall. You can see these things smashing themselves into the defense barrier.
Caldwell, I know you started. I don't want to rob it from you, but I can
No, go ahead.
So I have my passive ability, which is to mark. So I'm going to mark the one that is in front of me,
Mhm.
and then can I see more than one, or
There
do I
are
just
more
see the?
charging towards the city from different directions.
Okay, I'm gonna just pick a random one
Sure.
and mark those because I get to mark 2 of them. And then the one in front of me, I'm going to use my seek power. So all of these little mini explosives go through. They take +1 harm from all sources until the start of the next round. And the important thing is that for this round, which we talked about this last time, I think this will only work for 1 round, but they are considered lockdowns, so they cannot act this round.
Ooh.
That is part of the power mod for Seek. And then I took Nitro, which means that I can take an extra non-power action each turn.
Ooh.
That was the new one that I took. So I would like to I have so much fear. Oh, first thing I wanted, well, as part of all this, I radioed to the rest of the team. We've got some hefty gorilla boys coming onto the walls. I don't know what they are, but very afraid. Um, can I? Where are my batty barras?
Where what?
My batty barras?
Mhm.
Where are they?
Wherever you want them to be. And
Okay,
probably a couple dozen other places that you don't.
Excellent. That's exactly what I want.
Now you know your
Uh,
pets.
I would like to. I feel really bad about this, but I hope it doesn't kill it. I'm gonna grab one and chuck it at it and see what happens.
Make it
Since
sun
it's
roll.
sparking electricity, I'm
Jesus
hoping
Christ.
that I'm hoping that it will interact somehow and see if it kind of causes a short circuit, or if it amplifies it, I need to know that too. So for my extra move that is a non-power move, I'm gonna grab a batty bara and just launch it at this thing,
Make a sun roll.
football style. Okay. How many sun do I have? I have 2 sun. Oh god. It's a 3 and a 5.
A 5. Absolutely a success. It just hits and there's like a moment of sparking and then just an explosion of energy.
Okay. Do I stay standing?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna mark off some health from this thing.
Okay.
'Cause that
So
hurt.
I'm going to. Can I call out to my team about that also?
Yes.
So there are these hefty gorilla boys, but did the batty bara die? Shit.
Jonathan, no!
A batty bara bomb.
Chaozu!
These hefty gorilla boys are sparkly, and if you chuck a batty bara at them, it seems to do damage, but don't kill them all. I want to bring some back, so don't use all of them, but it works. It seems to help. And that will be actually, yeah, I'll stay where I am.
So that threat is pacified for the moment. Stone, you got something?
I have an idea, and it's maybe a little goofy.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna take my share of batty baras from the lab, and I'm gonna bring them to the Sunwell,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna try kind of just like strapping them onto the generator that I was setting up, and I will spend whatever I need to fuel wise or whatever.
So the information you just got relayed would tell you that if these things are exposed to a powerful energy source, such as one of these executioners or maybe a generator of sorts, they're likely to explode.
Okay, probably they don't want me to do that. I'm going to imagine. Look at this map here. Then I'll just get up onto the wall with Sunshine and use my passive and active ability to first to infect 3 of those little electric gorilla boys. And they will take 2 harm at the start of my turn, which is made into 3 because of, or one of them takes 3.
One of them takes 3, yep.
Yes. The rest of them take 2 because I have upgraded that ability. And then I'm going to use symptomatic, and because of the symptomatic upgrade, Pox now has a paralytic agent in him, and so they not only can't they act, they can no longer move either.
Okay. The 2 of them just start sparking. Try to take a step and just collapse. Anything else?
That's all I can do. I don't have a fancy little mod to do extra sauce.
Just leaves us with Strigori.
It's me. Oh, good, my music just changed. It's a me, Strigori. I'm gonna suck out some blood. Anyway, if it's possible, I'd like to get into the Sunbuster.
Oh.
And I'd like to pull up, so to speak, for the Batibaras who are riding on the shoulders of this to keep it a little extra powered, as we are going beyond the realm of the Sunwell. To where Sunshine is.
To the wall.
Yeah, to the wall,
Or
please.
the windows even.
Well, you know, it is a little sweaty. But I'm gonna land there. Now, the gorillas.
Mhm.
They're still there, I assume.
There is one that's like on the wall, just kind of trying to fight back against the poison and the damage is taken. There are more that are charging towards your city.
Mm-hmm. What's the move? I would like to exit the suit really quickly. The resources, we can use those to help like handle threats.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make a call. All exosuits to the wall. First sector, we need your assistance. And I'd like to move to finish off that last one.
Absolutely.
While I imagine the exosuits with their weaponry are going to get on the wall, and hopefully we can hold off this initial attack.
Sure.
I'll use Bloodblade on this last one, just for the record.
It's just, like bursts of light as little, kind of, not quite jetpacks, but more like propulsion boosters are just,
Mhm.
you can see light up around the wall as they propel themselves up. And then just various weaponry from like flamethrowers to machine guns to just like magnetic accelerator spike launchers just starts raining down fire on these creatures.
Mm-hmm. And he'll just head over to the last one and form up a blade. Does it seem like it can talk? Is it vocalizing in any way that could be misconstrued as language?
You like to try to talk to it?
I'd like to, as I'm pulling back a pool of blood that's slowly turning into a sword in my hand. Yeah, I'd love to try.
How versed are you in technology?
I feel like I've literally read the book. Most
Technology
of them.
Volume 1, yeah.
Technology Volume 1 and its sequel, Tech 2. I've got all the way up to Tech 9, though that one's a little confusing sometimes. Not great grammar on that.
This thing would assault your mind with pure data.
Ooh.
Dope. Cool. No doubt. Is any of I wish I was playing Kismet. Anyway, getting that and understanding these are beings probably just, existing because someone else is instructing it. I'll simply take the Bloodblade, slice through, hopefully finishing off. It'd be awkward if I didn't kill it.
Yeah, it is very dead.
Okay.
I mean, it's taking an extra point of damage. It's already taken a ton of damage. I don't think you could possibly do less than enough to kill it.
He's then going to turn back. Sunshine, time to get in the suit. We have a party. To look your
Sunshine
best.
looks fucking thrilled.
Thank you for the book.
You don't gotta mention it.
I absolutely will.
Alright. I'm going to spend both of my villain points.
Open.
I'm going to bring in the Shadow Death and the Whispered Lich. A creature just rises up in the distance, just bathing the area in energy. other creatures just rise up from the ground around it, like it was resurrecting with every footstep. But these creatures aren't alive. They are manifestations of pure data. This thing is hooded, just leaving this cloak of energy as it's walking. Boy, we have some cool actions.
Uh-oh.
Where's that at? Like what?
no.
Where?
Yeah, who's getting hit with these really cool actions, would you say?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Is it me, Jesus?
He is going to disrupt your tech. Going to roll a d4. So everyone's second active ability for this next round is no longer you.
Second?
I never use that one anyway. Yeah, you're going from the top to the bottom of your active powers.
Yeah, the second one
That's
is
so
not usable.
Like, horrifying, but so cool.
Just there's
Oh no.
parts of your sparks that just shut down. Just mid-step, you start to lose balance, or your targeting systems just go offline. Whatever it is actively eating away at your data.
You did that on purpose, didn't you? You did that on purpose.
I did.
I feel it.
I
Feel
am...
it.
I am literally out of the fight.
How long is
And-
that? One round?
Just one round, yeah.
Okay. We're good.
Okay.
And the Shadow Death. This is a boss. It has 3 phases.
Oh, that's why the Dark Souls music started playing. Yeah.
It has lurking, hunting, and killing. It starts in the lurking phase. It cannot be harmed or targeted until it's found. And for its action, it is going to start its funeral song. So all sparks have your sun, shade, and moon weakened by 1.
Holy.
I use those things.
Down to a minimum of 0, of course.
You know, you said there's a possibility that we can have more episodes after this. I think you were lying.
Who is isolated? Ooh, Stone is isolated.
Hey now. Come on now.
We're gonna go with a Murderous Claw against Stone. Because you're isolated, this gains Berserk 2. It's just, you start turning to see the others, and you can see that a lot of the threat is being cleared, and there's just this moment where you think, got this. And then there is just a spike of shadow that just rips through you, grabbing just that scene where you see someone just like punch through a chest and they're just holding a beating heart on the other side. But this is just a chunk of data. And it just rips it back out. That is 4 harm.
That's mine. Give it back.
And you are pacified too.
What's that mean?
Not how you spell that. That means that you can take no hostile action
Oh, good.
until it fades. Or you get rid of it.
Good thing none of my actions are hostile.
All friendly attacks.
But
Yeah,
that's
my
it.
attacks are...
The end of the round, we roll for the Sunwell. The Bulk Buster is active, so it would normally have 3 dice, but it's down to 2 dice. And I'll let you all roll this. I need someone to roll a d6 and someone else to roll a d6.
I got one.
Here's the thing, though.
Mhm.
I jumped out. It's not active at the moment because Sunshine hasn't hopped in.
You
That's
didn't have
true.
to say it.
No, because this gives us an extra d6.
Even
won't.
if Sunshine is inside, you didn't use it to solve any problems. So it wouldn't count against your dice. So I need 3 of you to roll a d6.
I rolled a 2.
A 2,
I got one.
I rolled a
a
6.
6.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
The 6
Yay!
is good enough. Your Sunwell stays at healthy. We jump to the second round. Ooh, that's much better. One, 2. No. One, 2. And 3. Where are they going? 4, that's the wall. 3, that's in the city. And 4, that's the wall. Let's go to sector 3. More of these executioner creatures just full on trample their companions that started to stumble thanks to the virus and just slam themselves into the wall. There are 2 executioners and... Ooh, let's go with the Tormentor for that one. In Sector 3, there's a Tormentor. You're all first. Who wants to go?
Did we roll loot drops for the gorilla and
No,
the?
you did not.
We didn't.
Gorilla and the Witch. It's a 6 and a 2, so it's a health drop and a fuel drop.
I will
Caldwell.
take the health drop, please.
Yeah.
I need it a little bit. Not looking so hot.
Wants the fuel.
I used 1 fuel. I don't know if anybody else did.
Dolly is out 3 fuel.
Oh yeah.
I'm good.
That's
I'm
right.
good. Keep it.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
because you actually want to have no fuel.
Jojo, did you use the fuel? Joseph,
What's that?
did you use a fuel?
Yes, I did actually. Sorry.
Do you want it, or do you want me to take it?
I have a power. I need to double check actually. I was looking. I could absolutely take that because when I get a fuel drop, I also get health. So yeah, absolutely.
Good
That's
point.
yours.
Alright. Who's up first?
I'm happy to jump in.
By all
Nobody
means.
else has it.
Literally jump in.
Literally jump in. I'm getting in the suit. So I'm just gonna clamber my short ass up there and get into the suit. Can I use my passive to find this terrifying lurker? It lets me mark 2 foes, and in the past we've used it to scan and be able to ping 2, but I don't know that this will work here.
Normally, yes, but in this creature's case, it is untargetable.
Okay. Then I will look at Joseph and say, do you need me to stay here, or you feel like you have this handled?
I can handle this. Go help the others.
Okay. Then I'm going to, I've seen Caldwell get walloped,
Mhm.
so I will use my ability, is it? My swap ability. I'll use, actually, fuck. Oh, God. Caldwell, I don't know how to help you. That's okay. I'm just gonna move over.
I'm good.
Can I move over to where Caldwell is?
Yeah,
With
you are
just my
on the
regular move?
wall. You are considered within range of anyone else on the wall.
Cool. I would like to move over to where Caldwell is. Let me see. Damn it! I had to mark 2 of those enemies back there since it was at the start of my turn.
So you have the closest executioner and the tormentor.
Perfect. So I will mark the 2. Is the tormentor the one that who kicked Caldwell's ass? Who am I near right now? What enemy, if any?
None.
Ah, shit, Caldwell. I might leave you there then. Oh God.
Good.
Okay. I'm gonna head over to the Tormentor. I don't think anybody has clocked it yet, so I'm gonna go to the Tormentor, and I will use my Seek ability then, since I didn't have to swap. No. So, do I still get my abilities, or do I get to use whatever the suit has?
Either one. Basically, the
Do I
suit
know
is amplifying you. So whatever you could
Okay.
normally do with your abilities, it does extra.
Okay. So I would like to use my Seek ability, and typically I get to choose one marked target, and they get to take +1 harm from all sources. Do I get to choose 2 targets?
Absolutely.
Cool. I will use both. I will take both of my marked targets. Both of them will receive +1 for the round. And then technically I would also get lockdown with this. I don't feel like it's fair to use lockdown for both unless you say so.
By all means.
All right. Both of them are locked down, so they cannot act this round. And yeah, I am near the. Oh, I get my 1 free action. Can I launch a Batty Bara at the Tormentor? I feel so bad doing this.
They are literal vermin.
Not to me, Hoop.
There
Not
are
to me.
probably over 200 or 300 of them underneath the city or within the city.
And I have names for each one, okay? So I will launch Reginald and feel bad about it as he is flying through the air at the Tormentor.
Make a sun roll, please.
Okay. Oh, fuck. And we're 1 short? Shit. Hoop. Damn it. Ooh, that's a 4.
Yeah, that is a success with consequence. It is
Okay.
going to hit and just explode, which that energy is just amplified by its own energy. And that building where it just crawled out of the shadows from just starts to crack. And then slowly tip until it just slams in the ground.
Were there people under there?
Hopefully not.
Okay. All right. That's my move.
Okay. The Tormentor did take damage, which means that it is going to drain your sun by 1 further and drain 1 harm from you to heal itself.
Okay. Does a lockdown not stop that?
It's not an action, it's not a movement, it's just when it takes damage, it can drain the sun of the creature that harmed it.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, good to know. Do I have any extra health because of this suit? Is it straight from mine?
That's a great question.
Since I'm bulked up. Went to the gym today.
What was your sun score before it was...
2.
Okay, we'll give you 2 temp HP.
Okay, cool. Beautiful. Alright, that is my turn.
I can shoot.
Please.
Let's go. Okay. So which one's the one on the wall here?
That is an executioner.
Okay. I am going to take aim because I'm guessing it's at far range.
It is at whatever range you want it to be.
It's at far, and I'm gonna take aim and deal equal to my shade, which since it's reduced is 2 right now.
Okay.
You just hear a really large like and just hit it. That's like it. That's like all I got.
Blow a chunk out of this thing's shoulder, which, like, machinery and flesh was there. Now it's just energy that's just trying to rebuild itself into solid form.
Okay. Alrighty. Yep. Okay, that's it. I think that's all I
You're
can
not
do.
gonna move? You're good there? Oh, I'm sorry. You would have to move to the wall to get the shot.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. I'll do that.
Right. Who's up?
I think I'm gonna go help with the Tormentor. I think I'm gonna shift my attention there. Before I do, I'm gonna reanimate another one of the dead bodies near me, whether it is a cult member or one of the witches, by activating my passive power. So I'm gonna have 2 thralls. And then... Hoop, what do I see when I look at the Tormentor? I don't think we've described what they look like.
You see more of a void than a creature. There is limbs, but they float around just nonsensically. It's any form it holds, it immediately shifts into something else. It is the absence of life, of sun, and it is just hungry.
Cool. Okay, so I think in that case, I'm going to use Possess, and I'm going to deal it 2 harm and order it to stay still.
Okay. It is going to drain your sun by 1 and deal 1 harm to you. But it just whips itself towards in your direction and just almost like a cat ready to pounce. It's just kind of sitting there. Anything else?
Not for now.
Okay. I think that leaves Stone and Strigori.
Yes, I have a bunch of friends up here that need seeing off.
You are kind of soloing an Executioner right now. It is taking extra damage, however.
It's soloing an Executioner. Sorry, so it's just the one then. I should have wrote more people. I like a good group play. This is a lot loud, by the way. Absolutely. No, I'll use Bloodblade again. So I'll also dip into my blood supply here to give it the blood effect. And so give me a feel for this. How's this Executioner trying to do its business at me?
It is just reeling back with these mostly mechanical, just mostly construct limbs and trying to slam them into the wall just to create holes.
Okay, yeah. So while it's going, I'm gonna try and slice up into it right between its forearm and bicep with the blood blade. So I do have honed blood, which is my new power. So because I can't really die, rather than use the blood effect to do my shade damage, I'm just going to spend. Let's do 5 health and do 5 damage with it.
Absolutely. And that's amplified to 6 because of the Seek. Being stepped away.
Oh,
Mark it 6
yeah.
for now.
Still up?
Still standing. Even though one of its limbs just lopped off and went flying.
Excuse me, if you wouldn't mind paying a bit of attention to me, I'm sure I could do a much better job of taking a pounding in the wall. No, too much. More?
You have its attention, for sure.
Well, that's my one move for the round. Darn the mechanisms of this game for delaying this scene till next time.
Well, I think it just leaves Stone.
Yeah, Stone, who can't take an aggressive action and also has their one power shut down that they need.
Your second power, number 2 in the list.
Yes, that's the one I need. Because that's the one that spreads my infection. Any enemies who are still infected do take 2 harm at the start of my turn because of my passive.
The 2 that got trampled and are like trying to pull themselves back together just erode away into nothing.
Okay. And I can't take any aggressive actions because of pacify.
We're pacified.
Okay, let's see here. What do we got?
We're still isolated.
I'm still isolated, and I think it either has to stay that way for failing of any of my other teammates going down. I'll just use my action then to activate the generator at the Sunwell, just to sort of get that ready, because I don't have any other actions I can take at the moment.
Preparing to intercept anything that might try to attack the Sunwell?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Alright. I have a few enemies to activate here. Tormentor can't do anything. The Executioner by Shigori can't do anything. It can't take actions, correct? It can move.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
But the Tormentor, I think, was given the command.
Can't
from
move
Corbin.
or take actions. It can't do anything.
Yep. Nope, that has to stay still.
The one that you cut the arm off of is just going to kind of reel back onto its heels and then just leap up to the top of the wall, joining you. And it just screams into your face. All of your systems just start going fuzzy and glitching out for a moment.
Just take the visor and wipe a singular eye strand away. Don't get me too wet just yet.
Oh, Dolly, however, the Executioner next to you can fully activate. We're going to do that.
Cool. Great. Just what I wanted.
We are going to
Merry
rip
Christmas.
apart flesh and metal. Would you make a sun roll, please?
Is everything still down 1?
Yes. It's down 2 for some of us.
Not for me. I don't play.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a 6. Oh!
You are only taking 3 harm.
Cool.
This just reaches out, just grabs onto your spark, and is physically trying to rip off limbs and rip through your suit. So you're able to pull it off before it can do too much damage.
Cool.
That just leaves us a Whispered Lich. It's gonna strip away your senses onto... Let's go to Sunshine. I need you to use one of your abilities against Reaper. One of your harmful abilities.
I get to pick.
Mhm. As long as it does damage.
Okay. So, oh shit. Well, the only one that I have that actively does damage is the one that has been shut down. Do I?
Then you should kind of run up and punch him.
I'm not a very damaging. This is why Sunshine gets all their aggression out in bar fights.
So, Reaper,
All right, yeah.
you run in to your companion's aid, and then just catch a fist to the side of the head.
A big fist, because I'm in the suit.
For 2 whole harm.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
It's that scene where the Hulk and Thor like are standing next to each other, and then
Yep.
the Hulk just punches him. It's that scene.
Incredible.
And it continues its march towards your city.
Was that considering, could I have discovered it? Or do I not know where that came from when it stole my senses?
Oh yeah, you would get a mental picture of this skeletal, data, mechanical figure just casually strolling towards the city.
Okay.
And
Real.
Dolly, you're also isolated. We're going to start off with the claw, which is going to do 4 harm and pacify you.
I'm down. But my supernova active. Yes. So would this thing and the other thing attacking me be in the same range? Cool, I choose that range, and then they both take 2 harm.
This thing cannot be harmed or targeted until you bind it.
Well, fuck that guy, but the other guy takes 2 harm.
The other guy takes 2 harm, and that's enough to wipe it out.
Hey, great. That's good. That's great.
So I need you to roll a d6. Did go down.
4.
4.
These are the special
I
things.
lied. It does not go down. As you hit 0, you go to unleash your supernova and just collapse. But otherwise, no long-lasting effect.
This is definitely making me rethink everything I did
So sorry.
before this. All good. It's okay. I'll get back up somehow. Somebody come save me. Okay, bye.
Then we're just gonna rain down death. Just casually raining down death. That's just 1 harm to everybody.
Delectable.
Is there? We might have talked about this before. If I'm down and like take more harm, is it like a?
Nothing.
Okay, just checking.
Yep.
Just checking. Do you know if there was a perma-dead situation that I should be looking out for? But
This thing is going to move from the wall sector, heading straight towards the Sunwell. It doesn't really have anything to do with its action. I guess it'll just destroy shit on its way. Oh, no. I lied. It's gonna stay at the wall, and it's gonna use the action to tear through their defenses and just tear a chunk out of the wall. And that's it. Their actions are done. End of the round. We did use the suit, so the Sunwell is down to 2 dice, so I need 2 of you to roll d6.
I got one.
I got 1.
2.
2.
Better.
That's a 6.
6. Your Sunwell is staying strong. Of the round, reinforcements. Ew. Awful, awful roll.
For who?
Me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's fine.
I can do with that, yeah. That's
3
fine.
and a 2. Gonna put it right there. We're gonna go some more witches. They're just gonna start eating folks. Back to you. Who's up?
I am happy to jump in if nobody else.
I can do a thing.
Do you want me to ping the big bad first? Because I can do that now.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, go. I mean, do that. I got an executioner I was gonna have a date with, but
I just
got to roll for strip away your tech. It's 2 again.
Lovely.
everything goes down 1.
No,
Wait.
no.
it's that your second ability can't be activated.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
If you don't need to target the big bad, Shigori, then you can go.
Absolutely. Okay. I'm going to activate Siphon. Yeah. Assuming obviously no one else has joined the super fun party. As this bleeding wound of this thing shouts in my face, it's just going to like feel this weird hole as the blood goes into my suit. Not completely like the transfusion, but rather this one is going to actually heal me more fully. Because, yeah, I can take 2 targets who are close and transfer health between them according to my son. So that's going to be... oh gosh, my son's reduced. Well, I'll stay at 1 at least.
Yeah. How much damage did it take?
It should take 2.
Yeah, that's more than enough.
Perfect. Oh, so it's good. It's cleared.
It is just rain dry. The pieces of it
Yeah.
just crumble away.
Holding a blood orb in my hand. Unfortunately, that's what they usually do after I suck them off. I live off of your off of your shakes of your head. Every single one. Every single one. I'm your father. I make sex jokes. Anyway.
Not something I want my father to be doing.
Oh, too bad.
No, not words
Your
I
daddy
want to hear
definitely
together.
does.
Still have your movement.
Yeah, I'll move in towards the Sunwell.
Gotcha.
Because,
At the Sunwell or just to this?
Yeah, at the Sunwell. I wanna do my Batman perch to reassess.
All right.
I have a gargoyle there. Big fan.
Who's up?
I am happy to go. So I can mark 2 enemies. I would like to mark this terrifying thing.
The Tormentor?
Wait, the one that's lurking. Since it stole my senses.
Different
I know
one.
where it is now, right?
So there's the Lich that's approaching the city, and then there's the creature that's roaming around, slaughtering your companions. One's a
Do I know where
boss,
both of
and
them are?
one's just an elite. You know where the Lich is.
Okay, I'll mark that one, and I will mark I don't know, something else, something scary.
You have witches in the top right, you have an executioner on the bottom right, and a tormentor in your sector.
I will mark the executioner that's on the wall.
Gotcha.
And then I will have we gotten the sense that like our version of whatever the shock thing is that you do when people's heart stops, will that bring a spark back to life?
Yep.
Chucking a Batibara toward Dolly.
Batibara time.
Does that cost me a fuel since I'm using the Batibara to do it? I'm cool either way, but I was using it as like my free action thing, but you let me know.
Does resurrecting usually cost a fuel?
I thought it did. Doesn't have to.
But you all go down so infrequently that we just never look at those rolls. An ally may spend their action to bring them back up to half health and fuel rounded up. Doesn't cost you any fuel.
Okay, cool. Since that wasn't an active power, and right now I have Nitro, that gives me a free non-power action. Do I still get an action? Do I still get a do I still get a non-power action, or do I still get a power action?
That can be your free action if you'd like.
Beautiful. Checking a
Just
Batibara.
Patty Bunch soars through the air.
You just hear a very comical, like the whistle, like, and then just really far off, you just hear.
There's just Batibaras flying left and right. And then I will summon a hollow spark over toward the lich. Lich? How do you say that?
Lich? Yeah.
The lich.
Whispered
So
Lich.
I hate that. I will. Oh, it's actually marked enemies that target the decoy. So both marked enemies.
Okay.
Will target it. At the end of the round, it will disappear. And 2 questions. I don't know if I'll be able to do both things. Is the creepy thing, is that whispering? Are any of these whispering like what I heard?
You can hear mumbling from the Lich because it did invade you. It's more just incoherent messes of words and phrases.
But none of these things are the creepy voice? I don't hear that?
It hasn't said anything yet. It is enjoying ripping your friends apart.
Okay. And then, do I still have time to be able to kind of survey and see how the people are doing in the city?
Absolutely.
Okay, I would just kind of like to get a glance around and see if like there's any quadrant that like the people seem to be not being able to hold off whoever has been deployed.
Nowhere do they seem like they're doing well.
Beautiful. Figured. So then I will jump over. I'm going to jump to the top left quadrant since we don't have anybody there. I'm going to isolate myself. I'm probably going to die for it, but I want to try to find this stupid lurking thing. So
I mean,
that'll be my turn.
bait works. Otherwise, we wouldn't still use it.
I don't like that, but you're right. That's it for me.
All right. Who's up?
Did I get half fuel and half, or up to half fuel and up to half health, right? Okay. Cool. I'll go because I just shoot things. As I scream in shock pain, then just gonna. I think I'm just gonna take aim at this thing again. My take aim isn't far. But we're doing kind of whatever. So, yeah. If I can use take aim to just kind of like shoot it again. And our stuff didn't go down any. I'm trying to keep track.
No, it's
Or
just
like
the one from the
okay, cool.
funeral song.
Then that's 2 again
That's
at
enough.
this thing.
It is wiped out.
She's gonna like shoot it from being down here and then just kind of go and just like recover for a moment and then stand up and get ready to
Right.
oh, I can I move?
Yep.
Right. Sweet. Oh. Can I not move and can I look for the thing that killed me
Absolutely.
instead? Okay, I am just from where I'm perched. I'm just gonna scan this thing.
Let's go with the shade
For
roll.
this thing. Ooh, okay. Okay.
You're probably the best person to locate it.
Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
5.
5 is a success.
Wee-hee.
Where there was just nothing, you can see on top of a building this massive bulbous figure just planting itself. His claws just digging into the sides, almost like a cat. And this long barbed tail extends 50, 60 feet down to the ground. Its head almost looks lizard-like, but wrong, corrupted. Like parts of it just stop existing, turning into just streams of data and then reforming itself.
Asparagus, is that you?
Can I Can I spend another fuel to send a light at it, or is that too much?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so again, I will say cool speak to let everybody know where it's at, and whatever that sounds like, y'all think about it in your heads, and then I'll send the light to just kind of around it.
You are going to cause it to move from its lurking phase to its hunting phase.
Round 2, baby.
It just slowly
Come on
kind of,
now.
the head just, instead of turning, just kind of rolls off to the side until it just limply falls to look at you upside down. It deserves a
Great.
music change.
Great. Great. Does that mean
Where-
it's
who is
hunting
this?
me?
That you, yeah. It is hunting you.
Okay. I'm about to die again, so y'all just be ready for that.
But you've already gone down once.
Do worse things happen? Oh, because there's the little rolly chart. Great.
Who's up?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Am I still like all the way pacified?
Nope, your pacify is gone.
Okay. Then I'm going to move down into this quadrant underneath me. First quadrant, I think, is the correct turn. Second quadrant.
It's top left.
Um,
1, 2,
yeah.
3.
Gotcha. I'm gonna move down into the second quadrant then, and I'm going to use my infect ability to cast forth.
Oh,
Infect that area.
that's the witches.
Yes. And they will take 2 harm because of it. We love my plague. And they can no longer move because of Symptomatic's permanent effect.
Gotcha. They're just trying to clutch at the shadows, but every arm that they extend out to try to grab onto another piece of shadow just kind of melts away. They have to just shed that limb and create a new one. Alright. We just
That's
have
all she
Reaper
wrote.
and Shigori.
So I think the first thing Reaper is going to do is get on the comms and just casually be like, "Hey, Sunshine, what was that about?"
What did Sunshine do?
You're muted.
Yeah, you're
You're
muted.
muted.
I unmuted the wrong thing. I accidentally punched Reaper in the face.
Why?
Yeah, I noticed you accidentally punched me in the face. Why would you do that?
Can't explain it now, but if I go down, you have permission to resurrect me to beat whatever this is. Call it even. Please don't hit me back.
I have many questions about why you would prefer to be resurrected than have me hit you, but we'll go with that for now.
Beautiful.
All right. I think in this instance, so first of all, Hoop, I feel like there has to be at least one dead body somewhere nearby that I can resurrect,
Absolutely.
bringing my thralls up to 3.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use my passive ability to get a 3rd thrall. But then I would like to use my resources. So you said all of my cult members did not go down in that
They did
fight with the
not.
witches. I would like them to attack the Tormentor.
Oh, 6. They're still fine. They are absolutely just eager to get into the fight. And that Tormentor is absolutely... Did it take damage?
I dealt it 2 harm, and I feel like Sunshine dealt it a couple harm too.
I know I dealt harm to something,
I'm
but
gonna
I can't remember.
I'm gonna err on the side of caution and say that yes, that was enough to take it out. I'm gonna say you both did damage to it, and the cultists will just come in and
We appreciate you, Hoop.
I'm on your side, regardless of how it may seem.
What?
Liar.
What? What?
Would you like to move, or are you good there?
You know, we do have a problem with some witches, so yeah, I'd like to move towards the witches over to
Gotcha.
that second quadrant. Or first, whatever the quadrant is.
Neither of you are isolated anymore.
Hey,
Just
I
leaves
got it.
Strigori.
The boss is in hunting now, right?
It is. It is visible and targetable.
Submissive and...
That too.
Hey now.
Hey, yo. Well, there's a swarm of witches actually I'd like to take a stop in on. So I really need to drop y'all. I'm peckish. Can I move in on those witches?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and use. Oh gosh, my powers. What are even my powers anymore? Oh gosh, what power is blocked right now? 2? It's my favorite power. I'll just use Bloodblade, without. No, tell you what. I'll use Bloodblade, and I will use the blood effect to go up to my moon. Is it still reduced by 1 now that it's gone to hunting?
Yes, because it hasn't had a turn yet.
Rude. So it's going to be 2 harm to all of the swarm, and then I am going to supernova, which means coffin time.
Just, what does this look like?
It's gonna look like launching like Batman into the night kind of style, and their wishes are gonna look up, and it's just gonna be a spitting of blood, as it seems like Strigori almost like completely reduces himself to a blood flow that is sharp razor rain, as it slashes and cuts through a variety of witches before the coffin summons itself at their base. The blood slowly begins to matriculate back in.
Yeah.
It's a big word. SAT word.
Elbow
Alright.
marks another coffin tally.
This is the first time that the witches have gotten to act.
They can't move.
They don't need to move.
Ooh.
They are going to... They're gonna hex an enemy. Stone.
Hey now. I didn't do anything. Remember that.
I need to roll a sun roll.
Yes. You know, I can. 1d6 is fine. That's a 4.
Or... So I'll give you the option. You can either fight off the witch's hex, which means you'll take considerable amount of damage, but the effects of their hex will not take place, or you can let it happen and reduce the duration.
Okay. Now I know that swarms in my power haven't exactly like mixed really well before. But I'm gonna chance it just because it's funny. I'm gonna fight it off and opt to take the harm.
That's 4 harm.
Cool. I'm gonna go down and that's gonna proc my supernova. God
And
willing.
you roll a d6. Don't roll a
Yeah.
4.
How's a 5? I think 5 is
5.
pretty good. I think 5's not 4.
Well, for
5
the-
is other things. 5 is other things.
each round of combat, your passive has a 50-50 chance of just not working.
Okay. That's all right. I'm down. But my supernova is patient 0. All infected enemies take harm equal to the number of infected enemies.
I think it's just the witch.
Just the one.
I think everything else died. Yeah, the witch is just gonna take some extra damage. Which, unfortunately for me, is enough to kill it.
That's right.
Well, we got to use one action. That's what matters. Whispered Lich. It does have a decoy in front of it, which it is just going to continue to walk up to, hold out a hand, and it's going to devour life. It is not a living creature, so it doesn't get any of the benefits, but you can feel your decoy just get removed from existence. And imagine that were that you, that might not feel too good. But you did delay it from entering the city for one more turn. The thing that you have not delayed from entering the city is hunting. It now gets the passive of Blood Hunger.
Hey y'all, this thing's looking at me really weird. Should I be worried?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about
Okay.
it, Dolly. It's fine.
Cool, thanks.
We'll be there shortly.
Radio silence from Caldwell.
It's going to use its death grip as it just launches towards you. One massive clawed limb just slams down, grabbing you and squeezing. You take 3 harm.
Okay, I am dead again.
Your
But-
passive is disrupted for as long as it's holding you.
Okay.
And I need you to roll 2d6 and don't get doubles.
I got a 3 and a 6.
Beautiful. So for the rest of the combat, your spark powers cost an extra fuel to you.
Okay, that's fine. But my supernova does
Does go
activate,
off, yeah.
right? Cool. So bullet hell, this thing gets hit, and I forgot. I never get to this point. I forgot. I also have bullet storm, so it takes 4 harm instead of 2.
Ooh. Just get lit up, just ripped to pieces with bullets.
You just see like a line, like if it's like huge claws on me, you just see like a just like through its like hand. But then, so
It's going to spend its second action to mangle. I need you to choose a mod and destroy it.
no. Okay. Oh, no.
It can be
Okay.
repaired, but for this fight, it is destroyed.
Let's look at one that I never use. Hold on. Sorry, I got to remember my mods. We will destroy. I'll destroy. Shit. Hammer forged for right now.
Okay.
Because I haven't used that at all. So
It's
yes.
third and final action. We are going to prey on the weak. I'm going to bring you with it because you are in its claw. It's going to appear from the shadows next to you, Sunshine. And just take its free claw and just start ripping into you. Are you injured?
Yes, I took one from something. It's
And-
still the bonus health, but I did get injured.
So your normal health is fine,
Yes.
but you are not injured.
So no.
Then that's only 2 harm.
Okay. This is a marked enemy, I believe.
Mhm.
Okay, so because of one of my persistent mods, it deals -1 harm.
Ooh, okay. You pick 1,
Beautiful.
and your passive is also disrupted.
Fuck. Not beautiful. Okay.
But that's it. Its turn is done. Go for the Sunwell. I need 2 people to roll d6.
I can do it.
I got one.
Got a 4.
I got a 3.
Your Sunwell is going to weaken.
Rude.
We're down to 2 dice, one of which is being used to power the suit. And I'm not going to roll for reinforcements. I'm just going to... I'm going to take the exo suit assets, the cult assets, the armed citizen assets, and they're just going to deal with your invaders. So that you can focus. And you're up.
Did we get any loot
Do
rolls?
we get any enemy?
yes.
Yeah, any loot?
The Tormentor died, the Executioner died, and the Witch is dead. That's 2 health drops and a fuel drop.
I don't suppose I could take one of those while I'm down.
Unfortunately, you
fuel
do
drop.
need to be revived.
What did you take, Shigor?
I would like to take 1 health.
Okay. I'll take the other health.
Beautiful.
Does Pox
Oh.
seize his opportunity?
You know what? That's 2. I'm gonna reroll it. It's just 2 every time. 1. Whatever your 1 ability is, it cannot be.
That's fine. That's okay. For me, at least.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't have that.
yeah, I can live with that.
Then you're all up first.
So we just have the big, scary lizard with
Mhm.
broken neck. Okay.
So, the way that bosses work is it does have a total health pool, which is broken up into its various parts. So its head has 10 health, its wings have 25 health, and its talons have 5 health. When you destroy a part, it loses abilities.
This thing has 40 health.
Could my supernova go towards the talons part?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like 1 more and that's done.
Yep. You're all first.
What was its 3rd phase?
Um,
Oh, okay. Sorry, I found that out.
well, it's currently at hunting.
Oh,
Killing is somehow worse.
okay. Cute.
Thanks, we hate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm happy to jump in if nobody else
Please.
has a thing. I cannot mark it since it interrupted my passive, but I will summon a hollow spark, the decoy that it must attack. Fuck! No, I won't! I really rely on marking Hoop. That's really disrespectful. So I will use my 2 actions. Can I use a non-power action just normally?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna punt some Batibaras and bring back Caldwell and Dolly. Cobble and Dolly.
Dolly is unreachable.
Oh shit!
Just
Could I have
fully swallowed up by a claw, just be like held up to its body.
Could I have seen that before I tried
Absolutely.
to hunt it? Okay, then I will use my other one to try and. Actually, I'm gonna call out first to Strigori. Is it time for me to get out of this suit? Is it okay that I'm still in this?
It might be time to consider getting out to give the Sunwell a chance.
Okay. I would like to jump out of the suit. How big is this lizard?
Well, if your spark suits are about 8 feet tall, this is about 10 of your spark suits.
It's giving me
Holy.
the worst hand hug ever. Just like,
It can
Damn.
easily palm a spark suit.
Okay. I would like to stay in the spark suit to try and rip Dolly out of the claw.
Yeah.
And then after that, I will I'll use my move to get out of the suit.
Yeah. Like a sun roll with an extra die because you are boosted by the suit.
Are we still down one?
Funeral song?
Yeah.
No, the funeral song is faded because it's in hunting now.
Nice. Okay. That's a 5.
That's a success. Just like tug of war for a moment and just rip the limp, lifeless body of Dolly away from this thing.
And then I'm gonna jump out of the suit. Can I jump onto its talon since I'm so tiny?
You can certainly jump near them. It is constantly moving.
Okay. Is it landed? Is it perched somewhere? Okay, so yeah. I will just be near its foot. I would like to take any first opportunity to hug.
Beautiful.
Okay, that's my turn.
Who's up?
I can't use my primary ability, and that's the only way I can do damage. So I'll just
Sorry.
use my action to huck a baddie bara at Dolly now that she is freed.
I
Dolly?
like that. This is how we do this. This is nice.
Get up!
Dolly is back
Whoa!
up.
As you
Covered.
do, you hear Sunshine go, "No, Steven!"
This is no place to die.
Covered in baddie bar parts.
I swear to God, I'm trying to be helpful, y'all. I really am.
You're doing great.
No, I don't need it. I don't need it.
Alright.
Be nice to everybody else but me.
I'd be very nice to you.
Any,
Oh no.
Now is not the time for that, Strigori. Now is not the
Get
time.
a room.
any moonstone, or are you good there?
I'll move into boss quadrant.
Beautiful. I guess I should have a token for boss. Huh?
It would help. Help my brain parts. Have
Can
something
I-
to fixate my hate on.
Can I command Pox to do anything? Does Pox have any actions when he's not conquering my mind?
When you kind of reach out to connect to your symbiotic friend, you catch a one side of a conversation of, "Don't you dare lay a hand on my host. I will eviscerate everything that you are." And then just
Wait.
feel pain just ripping through your symbiote.
Hey,
He's
you
fighting
good,
a
buddy?
secret war behind you.
God damn it! All right, I'll leave you to that.
The only reason that the first round of actions that the Lich took did nothing was because of your symbiote. Otherwise, y'all would be fighting a 4-on-3 fight. Alright. I think that leaves Strigori and Reaper. Oh, and Dolly, because you're conscious.
Yay.
Because you're up now. So I
can...
think.
Oh, go. Nope.
No.
Go.
Okay.
Go. Go.
So I think what Reaper is going to do is kill two birds with one stone. And well, probably not kill because this thing has massive amounts of health. But you know, if we can damage it, that is something. So I would like to move into close range with the Lich, and then I would like to choose one of my thralls, and I would like to siphon from them.
Yeah.
I have ritualistic equipped, which means that cursed enemies take 1 harm or deal 1 harm less until my next turn if they are within range when I siphon from one of my thralls.
Absolutely.
And I would like it to do 1 less harm, I think, actually.
Good call. Parts of it are just being manipulated by your thrall, and it's just ripple after ripple along its scales.
We love to see it.
Would you like to move, or are you good there? Oh, you would actually have to move
since
into
I
the
moved,
sector
yeah, I
to get
moved into
closer,
close
yeah.
range. So,
Yep.
yeah. So those are my actions.
All right, Strigori and Dolly.
I can go.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. I mean, my move is literally I'm in a coffin. I am going to get out of the coffin. That's my move.
Okay. I'd like to be at far range if I can do that. Okay. So. Shit. I just realized something. So my things cost +1 more fuel, right? Is there anything that I can do to use 1 fuel? Anything that you can think of?
You could borrow some power from the Sunwell.
Oh, no. No. I don't want to do that.
Just crush a baddie Bara.
Yeah, you do have an emergency fuel gain.
Okay. Okay. Because I'm trying to have enough to where I can... So if I just hug a baddie Bara and get 1 more fuel, okay, then to send another light is 2 fuel, right?
No, one fuel per light.
Oh, okay, I didn't... Okay, then never mind, I'm not hugging a baddie Bara.
Because that's not an ability, that's just a thing you can.
Oh, perfect. So I send a light just to kind of go like around its head a bunch. And then I'm going to use take aim and hit it for 2 fuel. 2 fuel, but it uses my shade, which is not down anymore. So that's 3 points to it.
Where?
Wing. Yeah, wing. Okay, wait. Because there's 1 more left on the claw. Does it bleed over into... Oh, great. Then like 1 at the claw, then 2 at the wings. Then I'm out of fuel, so I supernova, which is 4 more damage to its wing.
Beautiful.
And then I, because of my passive, I get to use my passive this time. I get 3 more fuel. Automatically.
Amazing. So it did take enough damage that it will switch forms. It is now in killing. And it automatically does the mangle action, which means that everyone is going to take, would be 3 down to 2 harm.
Oh, thank the gods.
We were right there. We were right there, y'all.
You're
You're
right
welcome.
there.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm about to
What
start
if you're
cutting this thing up.
still in the coffin?
You take nothing.
Perfect, cool. Yeah.
You
Well,
just on comms, you just hear like a mixture of like it just up and down between hyperventilating, dead, okay, like just it's great.
Mhm.
It's great.
Well,
Great audio
Strigori, you just step out of the coffin, just
Yeah, that's my move. I'll yeah. Fully resuscitated, and I'll go up and get into combat. That's all I can do for the round.
All right. We're gonna start with the removing your tech, so I don't forget it. That's a 4. So yeah, whatever your 4th active power is cannot be used.
Oh, thank God. The worthless one.
And finally, after much distraction, it is going to step through the hole in the wall. The whispered lich just strolls into the city. I don't think it can do any of its cool action. It's just gonna use cool actions on the, survivors around it. They're all fine. Shadow Death is now in killing. Is anyone under half health?
That would be me.
Okay.
Not me. Sorry.
It
Can't do
will
math.
spend 2 of its actions then, just whipping that tail around and just slamming it into both of you and just skewering you to the ground. You were both just brought down to 0.
Oh
Yeah, that
would have been
seems
anyway.
about right. Yeah.
So, from Dolly, I need 3d6, and from Stone, I need 2d6.
Cool.
I might be making a new character. I feel like that's on the horizon. I see it. It's
I
right
rolled a
there.
3 and a 3.
2 5s and a 1.
Dolly just mid cry of pain is just swept up by the tail, and Zakams just go dead. Would be the same thing for Stone, except as just Stone's just limp, lifeless body gets skewered to the wall, like the head is still hanging limply off to the side, and one hand just grabs the spine of the tail, the other hand grabs the other side and just pulls themselves free, even though you can still clearly see the vital signs that the pilot inside is in dire trouble, but the suit is still functioning.
Question, just for visual sake, did you just skewer me like Saruman in like Lord of the Rings? Is that what I just got? Cool. Great. Got it. Perfect. Just need to know.
We still had an action left. That was just called murder, by the way. I don't know if I said that.
Called murder, huh?
Yeah.
Does murder allow for supernova at all?
Not if you roll doubles.
Cool.
We're gonna take a page out of Strigori's book and use burst into a flock of ravens. And it just dissipates into birds that scatter.
Rude. Copyrighted, actually, also.
Was this
Everything
the
is
lich
bad.
or the...
No, Shadow.
I'll send this to you. For the moment, I'm going to take us out of combat. As two of your companions lie dead or dying, this figure continues to stroll up to the sunwell, holding a hand. Every step closer, the sunwell just beats like a heartbeat. Those of you left standing have a choice to confront this figure or to tend to your allies.
Go. I can see to these two.
Sunshine's gonna run in toward the lich.
Are you taking the suits or leave?
I'm gonna jump in the suit.
Corbin's going to follow Sunshine towards this confrontation.
Or you were staying back?
Mm-hmm.
I'll start with you. What are you doing?
I go and collect them both, bring them both down, and quickly assess their medical situation. I mean, what's the pressing issue here? I mean, is it just collapsed bones and internal hemorrhaging, or are we dealing with like?
There's a special beam cannon-sized hole.
Oh no! Oh gosh! And Dragon Road, so many episodes.
Both of their vital signs are showing dangerously close. Death.
Well, I do have my power right now called Siphon. Rather, transference. Apologies. Transfusion. And he's going to look at his gloves and hands and little 2 sets of needles, one on each hand, is going to set out. He's going to inject it into both of their prominent veins on the jugulars through his hands. And I'm going to transfer my life into theirs.
How much?
They can both take 3.
Is that going to bring you to 0?
Oh, yes, it will.
Roll a d6, please. Is it the first time you've been brought to 0?
I mean, no, I've supernovaed before.
I don't think we rolled the first time.
No, I've never had to roll ever, really.
So roll 2d6, please. And don't roll doubles.
2 and a 6.
Your abilities would cost 1 more fuel.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
no relevant. The 2 of them are at least stable. The suit, the spark that Stone is wearing would start to pull itself to its feet. Very clumsily. And try to start walking past you towards...
Fox. A moment, if you would.
The entire torso of the body turns to you.
Whatever you're thinking of doing, you're in no position to do it. Caldwell needs rest.
No one knows what Caldwell needs more than I do.
Is that the challenge? Standing back up to full height.
Yes.
Is he even conscious right now?
I'm the only one keeping you all from death.
Is that it? All of us.
Would you
Am
like
I
to
in
see?
danger? Try me.
Just kind of pull back this sheet over you that hadn't really ever realized was there, and like stepping out of a sound dampening room into a crowd of 36 people, there's just static and noise that is all emanating from this lich and it is attacking your systems, it's attacking your spark suit, it's attacking you. And you can already feel it starting to weave its way into you to take control of you. But it'll kind of reapply that sheet.
Major point. But Kodo is still not operational. He's not even conscious.
I don't do something. And he dies. They die, along with the rest of you.
And what are you planning on doing?
Something stupid.
Without
That's
me, you're
my
not.
boy.
Not without me, you're not.
Then drag the dead one with us.
She's not dead.
Turn to keep walking.
Shigori is going to pull Dolly over to like a sort of concrete that's probably like been crashed out, so you can like rest back, and we'll take a rose out of blood and leave it right there for when she gets better.
Would you like
And
to
then we'll.
summon your coffin over her?
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Cost you 2
Better
fuel.
idea. Oop. Hey, gosh, I guess.
Am I a vampire now?
No, that would require you to have blood of a vampire in you. So it's. I will start heading off with Caldwell.
I'll jump over to the other two of you. What would you like to do?
Is this thing paying us any attention?
Are you getting in its way?
Following right now, but I haven't gotten in front of it or done anything yet.
Yeah, the moment you would step out in front of it, would stop. See, the hands are just kind of tucked behind its back. A dead, empty face stares at you from under a dark hood.
I'm gonna turn to Reaper. You got any grand ideas?
We could always try talking with it.
I'll turn back to this thing and say, what the fuck, my guy? You want to not do this?
Eliminate the sun. Don't you hear it? All those cries. Again, just start walking towards the sunwell.
I'm gonna punch it.
Would you roll your sun, please?
We still down?
Nope.
No. 5.
That's a success. Your fist would connect and it cause the head to just shift off the spine, the snap. You were not killed immediately. So that's good. Doesn't seem to phase it too much.
I'm going to turn to Reaper and say, trust me, and I'm going to start running away out of the city in the suit. Get as far as I can from it as quick as I can.
death on you.
Damn.
I'm gonna roll d6.
Okay.
And I need you to tell me if you are going to roll higher or lower than what I just rolled.
I'll roll higher.
Roll dice.
It's a 2.
Reaper, you hear Sunshine say this, and then turn and start to run, and then just disappear.
Is the suit still there or no?
The suit would like take one more step and then just kind of lean over, powerless.
And Reaper watches this and to himself says, and this is why I don't get attached. And then turns back to the figure and asks, what are you planning to do here?
Move. The sun needs to be removed. Can't flourish until it's removed. All the pests will go away once the sun is gone.
Point of order.
Hmm?
Are we among those pests?
There's a moment where it like reconnects the head to the spine and finally turns to look at you like it's just now noticing you're there. It speaks to us. What could it want? Irrelevant. Sun must be eliminated. And continues walking. The other two of you see the bulk buster turn to start to run and then just go powerless and limp. The door to the cockpit just kind of now hangs open limply, and there is no pilot inside. Sunshine's just gone.
Fox, what is your plan?
It wants to target what you are at the very core. I have no core. It can wrestle with me.
I can get you there.
Do it.
And he's gonna go out and attach a connection with his transfusion and leave it in Cobble's suit. And then I would like to use my last fuel to Cauldron.
Your abilities cost 2 fuel. You have your emergency gain. Emergency fuel.
Betty Barra.
Crush the Batty Bar.
He'll look up. I'm sorry, for one, and get a nod. Charge up for the one, and then burst into bats. And ideally, is just going to go and stick the other siphon, another one of his siphons, into the lich, and you're just going to see, instead of blood transfer, just ox shoot through from Cobble's suit into the lich.
Oh yeah. Just your spark. The suit itself would just collapse, Caldwell. Unconscious pilot, no longer a host to keep it going. And that swarm of bats, for a moment, looks normal. This dark, amber swarm. And then they are just bolstered to double this size, just letting off this iridescent green glow behind them. And then Shigori just appears, jams the needle into the lich, looks down at it, looks back up at you. It attacks us. It is unaware of how interesting.
It kills you.
Just take one step back. I'm gonna let Caldwell. This is your invention. Are you gonna roll higher or lower than I did?
I'm gonna roll higher. Who?
Okay.
That's a 4.
I rolled a 3. Pox is gonna use death against itself. And just like that, it's gone.
My boy.
The 3 of you, 2 of you, are left standing as the assaulting force just starts to collapse and fall to pieces. The survivors just staring in disbelief at each other and the destruction. But your Sunwell is still standing. And that is where we're going to have to put a pause in this game for now.
Oh my god. Damn. Oh.
I couldn't bring myself to say it. All I wanted to say is, but our sunshine is gone.
Stop hurting
Our
me.
sunshine is gone.
Stop hurting me.
Thank you all so much for being here, for supporting us. Thank you to my lovely cast for putting up with this nightmare and winning, I guess.
Winning?
I'm gonna pass around one more time, let everyone get a chance to tell people who you are, and if you're working on any projects, people can check out where they can find it. Again, go clockwise starting for me, which means we're starting with Kian.
My last time on this stream. Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. You can find me on Twitter at @uptight_Chiffon. I have been Sunshine today, perhaps no more. My next thing is going to be on Thursday. I am part of the Invisible Sun campaign over on Sword and Key. A lot of fun, very angsty, 10 out of 10 recommend. And then if this comes back, if I'm able to, I will be here for that. And then in April, I will be part of the Fabula Ultima campaign that Lost Caravan is running, which I am super excited about. But that is all that I have going on right now.
Over to JD.
Hey, I'm JD. I have been Corbin Calloway, aka Reaper, today. You can find me on social media at JD, not Jason Dean. In the next week, you will find me with Tales from the Table for SCP, A Crumbling Foundation, tomorrow night, over with Live from the Apocalypse for class reunion on Tuesday. And then I will be back with Live from the Apocalypse next Sunday for Academy H, Our Masks Actual Play podcast. And finally, I will be with RPGs Uncovered this upcoming Saturday for our finale of Cyber Rats. We will see how many people die there, so that should be a good time. And yeah, I'm always doing way too many things. Last thing I will plug is I will be running a game with Live from the Apocalypse starting at the end of this month. A season of Secrets and Shadows, our Regency Monster Hearts game, which will be running with 8 players across 2 tables. and they are already so excited that they have started a Gaia Online forum-based approach for RPing the events of the night that happened before the first session. So that's going to be chaos, absolute chaos, and I'm very excited.
Heck yeah. Sounds awesome. All right, over to JT.
Hi, I'm JT. I was Caldwell, aka Stone tonight, who I think needs a new suit now. I will be in a good strong hands session eventually, when we can finally get a day that works for all of us. And I'm gonna be in that Monster Hearts Regency game with Live from the Apocalypse. As a player in Table 1, so come say hi to us as we bully JD for 4 weeks roughly. That's all I got for
8
now.
weeks.
Well,
8 weeks.
4 weeks for me. You get bullied for 8 weeks by everyone.
That's true.
All right, over to Turk.
Hey everybody, I am Turk or Turk Accented, where you're least expecting it. I of course is playing Strigori, your medic. That's totally not a vampire. Just, you know, the neck is a really efficient way to get to blood flow. Anyway, I am in things as well. I just don't remember what they are ever. But if you want to see more of me, you can of course see me Tuesday over on Neon Lights, where I'll be playing Gelglim, which is Eastern European Yiddish fantasy, which has been really fun. We're using Rogue 2nd Edition, and it's just been really good, and the characters there, it's just a lot of fun. Then Frozen Rain over on Neon Lights as well. This Thursday, Hoop will be there. I'll force him to be there, and it should be a lot of fun. They just got their butts kicked, so we'll see if they can make a second half comeback. Then of course, my baby of a show is Oathsworn on the 20th. Epic Greek mythology. It's back in full swing. And it's been a real joy to play, to run and play with that group again. So I hope you can join us and get in on the fun. With a bunch more shows coming up. Next time I'll be here will be Delta Green, which of course, if you haven't been watching Impossible Landscapes, how could you do this to me? But you really should. It's a really great game as well. But looking forward to when we can all get together and play more of this. So. We'll find our sunshine.
Be some changes next time you see us.
Yeah. Keep remember to be the best person you can be. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll judge you.
With blood. Over to Blair.
Hi, I'm tired. But I'm Blair _Canadian Moose. That's where you can find me. Whenever the next episode of this gets scheduled, then I'll be here. Also, if we do another Gun and Slinger game, then I'll also be here. But other than that, I'll be here at some point. Most of the time, you can find me over on High Shelf Collective. Actually, if you want to see more of my face in like less than an hour and a half, go to High Shelf Collective. We're playing episode 2 of Hyrule Historia. We started it last week. It is in the Legend of Zelda world, and we're playing it through the Cypher system, and it's really cool. I play a Rito explorer that's super cute, and we had to deal with like weird time travel-y things last time, so it's a great time. Catch us now at the beginning. I'm also over on 2000 Tales on Friday, playing in Weird Web, which is a Monster of the Week campaign. Oh gosh, the lore of that one is confusing. I'm a Knight of the Round Table, but I'm also a woke frat bro that has a podcast and just recently got their memories back. So try to follow as I am. And we're now going through a labyrinth to deal with character development. Fun. But yeah, that's kind of what I got going on. April, I'll be in a cyberpunk. We have a Ascension. It's in a mega building. The third campaign is the third words. We're starting the third campaign of an anthology series, and this one is Ascension in Paradise, which is basically like Cyberpunk Red meets Baywatch. So come watch that. But that's in April. So I'm just shouting it out early. But that's all I got. Thanks, Hoop. This has been. Who knew death could be so fun? You know? But yeah, I am very eager to get back to this ASAP.
All right, and of course, I've been Andrew, your games master for this evening and for most evenings around here. And if you like what we do, you want to come and roll some dice with us, you can join our casting calls each and every month. Put them out on our Twitter and in our Discord, which is down below. That big old button that says Discord. And we'd like to hang out with you. Even if you don't want to roll dice with us, you can just come and hang out with a bunch of awesome nerds. We played some Jackbox the other day. It was super fun. But yeah, that's all I got. Stay tuned. We're going to be releasing promo materials for our upcoming campaigns very soon. I'm really excited. The posters are so cool. The games are going to be so much fun. I'm so ready for them, even if they're, many weeks away. But yeah, that is it. That's all I got. I'm going to throw a raid over to Live from the Apocalypse, because they're so kind to us in trying to kill whatever character JD is playing. So we'll, repay the kindness. But yeah, I guess as always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.